Alrighty. Hey, you. Hey. Who am I? Chatra. Hello, how are you? What's new? Just tuning in. I just got on here, so I am looking for some. I need my mouse. Hang on one second. Yeah, I'm with you in one second. I just forgot something that I have to do quickly. Hang on. All right. Get my chair comfortable. My comfortable chair. All right. So, oops. Okay, standing over there. Okay. So hi. So, welcome to the channel. This is my intuitive reading that I do for random people. Why is this not working? My mouse is dead. One second. There we go. It's finicky. It's a very finicky. Let me just turn that down a bit. I only do that when I'm actually doing my. I just did a cleanse on the house. So the energy. It's going to take a bit to rejuvenate itself back to the way of positivity and no stress. So yeah, so I like to play the meditation music when I'm doing my readings. I have to put this somewhere now. It's over there. So yeah, so a lot of different things happen here. We do draws, we do readings, in-depth ones, private ones, whatever you want to, whatever your, kind of forte or what you feel you're driven towards as far as doing, spiritually. You get the cues. So that's what we do here. We don't really go to. I could do a read, and your name is Chata Chata. So where are you from? It's kind of nice to know where the viewers come from, and kind of the background of them. It makes it more interesting. Because it's nice to get to know somebody, right? It's definitely nice to get in the right direction and bond with people that especially when I don't know if you've had your spiritual awakening yet. You may have been intuitively guided here for the reason of the reading. So we'll do a random one for you. And hopefully a few more will be showing up shortly. I have my moderators, I have, other people that maybe not quite ready or, reached home to be able to have their readings. But yeah, I like to keep it very simple, basic. Let's see what the energies have for Chata Chata. She wants to have information provided on things that are going on in her life that she may need to get direction on. Spirit, angels, guardians, all to come forward and assist me with the cards in regards to, giving what is required to Chata Chata from Spirit. All right? And all the angels, they all are there to work with us, right? So whenever I do that, I always get them to come through, especially being a native shaman. It's more spiritual to me than actually being involved in a religion. I don't feel that, it's what I require in my life to be a part of going to church. And I have my own beliefs and my own system. And going to church wasn't one of them. So culturally, it's very, my house is my sanctuary. It's where energies like to come. and chill. We have a spirit box that we put on once in a while just so that people can hear them. But they're always around. They freak me out all the time because it's like, because we're so connected to the spirit, right? That it's bizarre once you really start getting that connection to even altered beings, like people that have passed, having their energy, residual energy still staying in this area. So it's kind of like until they get full, and get how do you explain that? Like you can't even explain what when you're dealing with spirit. Sometimes there's images or things that come into play here, and they don't like talking too much. They don't like me talking about them too much. They don't want to be I don't know. They're finicky, right? They go and hide. They get shy, believe it or not, and that's kind of what is kind of going on today. That they're time to draw them out again because they've kind of went into like a recluse kind of energy. So is this about something in regards to a connection with someone? Because I'm getting that you're not joining, or you're not how do you say, interacting with this person. There's like a blockage. That's what I'm getting from the cards. They're not going together, right? So that's the first part of trying to identify what you're requiring as a reading. Let's see. What did the cards have? Okay, so see, it's like sometimes you guys are connecting. Okay, hang on. Wait. Okay, so sometimes you guys are connecting and sometimes you're not. Okay, so this is basically the neutral zone, and that's where you're ramming heads. Like both of you are opinionated people, and you know that your value of your opinion is definitely part of you, and you're allowed to have your vocal appointments or vocal appointments. You're still allowed to speak your mind and stand up for yourself, and not allow others to kind of get under your skin, or this could be like a person that's really irritating, or it could be an ex. But I feel, cards are going much better now. So now that we identified that situation for you, the cards are now going together. So that was the first identification for you in regards to this reading. So that was just, that you can confirm that information for us is great, right? So it's very easy to get moving on this. Okay, so we have an Ace of Wands that jumped. We also have quite a few cards that jumped. So we're going to take them and see what's going on with yourself, because they all jumped and they all fell out. Okay, so your first card up was the Ace of Wands, meaning that in reverse, though, it's not actually coming to fruition yet. That's just your starting point for you. You're wanting to release from being tied or being connected to someone that you don't want to be connected with anymore, that you want to expand your horizons and get connected, more tied in with people that are like-minded, or that appreciate the spirit realm or spirituality that you've chosen, or religion that you've chosen. It's not for me to say, but they're all available. So this Ace of Wands is kind of been put on hold because you're enjoying it. You're wanting to, be able to come out of your own, like a butterfly coming out of the cocoon, right? There's nobody telling it how and when and where. It just happens, right? It's just part of the metamorphosis that, even us beings, we have the same kind of thing that goes on. I've shed, you shed weight, whether it be, through personal avenues, business connections, whatever it is. It's taking its time now, right? So you're definitely taking your time with this unveiling of your new self, that you've been kind of shy and withdrawn and a little nervous about wanting to portray that to people. But don't fear it, right? It's a blessing to be able to be spiritual and understanding it for your own benefit, right? Not for anybody else to benefit from it, but for you to benefit from it and your journey. Okay, and then we have the Three of Wands. So you don't really have to look too far to what you already have, okay? The Three of Wands is like waiting for something to fall. This is a long time off, okay? So you don't have to worry about the Three of Wands, coming through at you at any time. I always get these two confused with the Three of Swords and the Three of Wands. I get them kind of confused. But yeah, so there's definitely a connection out there that is, meant to be. Now the Ace of Wands is in reverse, though, the Three of Wands, so everything might be based around your own personal values and what you want to believe, and being able to weigh out that information for yourself. The Three of Wands, looking for answers, or it could be, waiting for somebody that has the knowledge to give you guidance, so that you can move on to your journey, right? Because he's looking out over the water, right? In reverse, so he's not able to cross, because he's not quite ready to be, revealed. It's still in the making. And you have the Six of Pentacles. There's somebody that's going to be offering something to you, and you're going to have to weigh it out, and see if it's a good offer. Okay, so the offer that's coming, they're willing to pay above and how do you say, above what their means are. They'd like to donate their energy. So this could be an employer that you're soon going to be involved with, or that already you are involved, and he's very generous with being working for this person. The employment with a person like of this sort makes a very balanced energy within the work zone. Okay, so he could be the one that might be coming forward, a business option for you. And then you have a hermit. He's taking his sweet time too. So everything is kind of like, for you, it seems like everybody is like, just hanging in limbo for me. A lot of limbo feelings are going on, and it's bizarre because the Ten of Swords has to come out until you allow this new beginning, but it's like halfway through your journey, right? So you're halfway through to getting to that special point, but you're getting blocked by somebody else that's trying to keep you from finding out situations. Allowing this energy to come about. It's not like you're going to die or anything. Like the Ten of Swords, you're getting rid of the residual cycle that you were previously on with someone, and that's the problem. The person is not detaching from you when you want to move your cycle onward. He's kind of like holding you back. So whatever this energy is, you really have to sit down and say, listen, I'm really not looking for this. I've got too many other things going on my plate. Like a new employer might be coming out, a new job position. It could be a new situation that you may have to travel for, and the Lovers. So there isn't anything coming through for the Lovers card is in reverse, because it could be like a domestic argument, not like a really harsh argument, but I think the difference of seeing eye to eye with this person and, having to make a decision based on that information of possible, relocation for work, is kind of put a riff in this and put it in reverse, like put it on hold. Once you know what you're doing with your experience, and a lot of confusion is going on for you right now, and this is really hard for you to do. This is very hard, because that came after the Ten of Swords. Like, you basically had made a decision prior to letting this person know. I think the better way to challenge that one would be to be outspoken and just, kind of say, hey, I had a possibility of a promotion or a job relocation, and I want to sit down and talk it with you, right? So make sure you communicate your ideas and your thoughts on this transition that, could cause the breaking of separation of your oh, you decided to get, well, there you go. So you guys are already farther ahead than, you guys are running right on time. Well, cheers to that. Well, I'm glad that I don't have to be the first one to tell you that. But yeah, so, it's going to be a separation, but it's not going to be a long separation. Like, I think that the person may even relocate with you, possibly. This could be, your spouse, your partner, that's really supportive of the situation, and you've just kind of been up in the air about it. You just haven't been able to make a decision, because there's a lot involved, a lot of things that have to be, sought after before you make a transition to employment, especially if you're going abroad or staying locally, but relocating within your community, or, like your state or whatever it is where you reside. But you guys are determined to stay together. Like, you're going to put your relationship on hold for the sake of the employment and see how things go, right? So then you have Temperance, and there she is, of course, being the white light, the guider, and saying that, yes, you're listening to the universe and making decisions based on it, right? And then you have the Six of Cups. So everything is moving forward. Like, you've got Six of Cups, and we have to hit it to a 10, but we're not going to do that. It's a young energy. I do believe that you guys are going to maybe even possibly relocate together. I don't see the separation. I don't. So this is possibly, like the young energy. They're still together and working together, and dealing with life together, even though they're small, childlike, but it's young energy that you guys are enjoying, the freedom, the things that are going to happen, and changing everything. Like Temperance here is basically here to save the day for you, which is below the Six of Pentacles. So it's going to be it's going to be a nice offer that you receive. You'll be well paid for your employment. It's a good decision. I think it's a profitable one if that's what you're looking for financial guidance, or relocation for your job. I think you should take it as well, because there's not really anything that's holding you where you are. I don't feel that there's energy that's keeping you where you are, or the need to stay where you are. I see that you're going to basically kind of up your roots and relocate, right? But definitely with the Ten of Swords, it could be the end of this cycle for that employer, working it through. But you're leaving on good terms, right? No, I hope so. I don't know. Need to stay. Oh, you knew. Okay, so you are staying. You're not relocating. But your partner may end up relocating with you at a later date, though. That's the thing I was going to say, is that Temperance is going to come in and kind of help this connection along, right, with her, benefit. Okay, no, I need to stay. We both do. Okay, so you guys are going, or you see, this is what I mean, the indecisiveness, the confusion that's going on with this. 1 minute no, 1 minute yes, you're both going together. Okay, so you both have decided that you're going to go together and work together. So that's this card showing up, the indecision. It's all undecided, but now that you're making choices and making conclusions to this experience, this might be like, this is all like a lot in reverse, but I think it's more based on your circumstances, right? That, everything is kind of backwards and upside down and everything, because it doesn't need to be here anymore. You guys are like closing out all these experiences, especially with the Ten of Swords showing up halfway through the read. The two lovers in reverse, so meaning that you might end up, sticking this together and moving forward. Like just not liking where you are right now could be causing this kind of rift. But I think that you should ask for guidance. I'm going to pull and see what is going on for your guidance cards. All right, let's see what's going on. And until people start showing up here, then we'll continue the read here. All right, so what is the blocker? What is blocking Chatri to not being able to move forward? What is it wrong with the situation that this is so unbalanced, undecided, like equally undecided? Like you have 1, 2, 3, 4. No, only 3 cards upright, and then 5 are down, are the other way. I repeat. Let's see what's going on. Okay, so let's happen to see what's going on with this circumstance. Is it going to benefit? What is the direction to go? Okay, so like you've had enough. 9 of Wands. You've battled long and hard for this opportunity, and it's in reverse. Like everything is holding you back from making this decision. That could be the decision of your life, right? Really weigh out the costs and the pros and the cons to this, because until you find closure with everything, you're still going to be in chaos, right? Like traveling. I see the traveler here. He's willing to travel and take, very limited amount. Like, let's do this. Somebody's being supportive, smile on his face. We can do this, and allowing it to, take its strength within you. Okay. So you have the 9 of Wands, but then you have the 7 of Swords saying, I got this. We can do this. We can make it work, right? For, whatever it's worth to you, and then you have the King of Pentacles. So I think this might be in correlation to the place that you had just finished your employment, that he's kind of knows that he lost a good worker, wasn't there to make the offer of, an advancement or anything, so it's time to move on. Feel that you didn't get what you received, as far as, a boost after working so long. And he wasn't really the greatest boss from the, very demanding, I think, very, very overbearing, getting that, if it's not done properly, you have to do it again, like you're being taught like a child. Maybe that's where this kind of child energy was coming through. And then we have it, the King of Pentacles, shining his big, huge one, but then when it came down to playing paying for the employers to have a good life, it didn't work. He was out, spending his money higher than he could switch it, right? But he's learning. He's reevaluating the position, but he's not. He doesn't want anything to do with it. He's depressed. There's something going on within that person. With this being possibly your ex-boss, maybe he's hit, a midlife crisis or something that he didn't expect to feel this way, or he feels that he should have taken the opportunity to offer you a better salary or experience, but he didn't. He didn't act in time, and now you're the fool. You're on the running. You're on your own again, right? So this is you moving as a singular person now into wherever you want to go now, right? You're the master of this now, and this is where you have to start. You have to start basic and work your way up again with when you're going to do, like, I don't know if this is an international thing or whatever it is, but make sure that you are not quick to judge or quick to accept any offer that doesn't suit you. Okay, so don't take something if you feel like it's not going to work, or it's not. Follow your gut instinct with it. Just follow your instinct and allow it to manifest, to get the whole perception of it, of what's going to happen or what's going on in your life. Meditation helps with that. But I do see that this has come to an end. Like it's like every card is reversed to the other card. So travel is definitely in there. You have the Nine of Wands. We went from a Three of Wands to a Nine, and then we went from we don't even have any swords. Oh, we went from a Ten of Swords to a Seven of Swords. So companionship, enlightening yourself. You got the King of Pentacles, which there's no pentacles offered. So he wasn't paying well. Like he was basically just kind of, paying you kind of what you didn't want to really, like he was had an ego attached to when he was running this company, and the ego is costing him now. Basically the ego concept for him is now playing out, and it's not in his favor, right? And then there's the Fool card, so starting all anew. Ten of Swords here. So this is basically saying take whatever you can, and move forward. Like, don't sit and just wait on somebody else's to write your story for you, but go out there and experience it, because it's going to be a benefit to you with this new employment where if this transition so happens. But you're definitely independent now. Okay, you're like an independent, not like from your relationship or anything, but just from the employment side of things. You're really kind of glad that you're broken away from that, because it really wasn't serving you, and you'd spent a lot of time in it, just what you weren't getting ahead, and benefiting from working for this person, and it's time to move on, kind of thing, right? So that's what I feel for you. If there's any questions. No, Leah, this is Chatra's reading that I am working on, but I can do yours next. So whatever opportunities you have coming forward to you, Chatra, I feel it's going to happen within, I would say probably within 8 to 10 months at the most. Reason being is there's a lot of unworked energy, like a lot of, I would just say, there's a lot of unknowns, though. I think you need to actually sit down and kind of work that out, as far as as far as I see somebody that's willing that is offering you pentacles, but that's the two small energies. So it might be somebody, the employer might be able to cover the cost of relocation. It's if this is a big corporation, then I would definitely go with the corporation and say, listen, you can pay for my wages, everything until I get there, which you can ask. Look into if they have a relocation fund for it, because most companies do. There's the one thing people don't know about. They do have an actual relocation fund in every company, right? So, to keep the ones that they want, or to achieve the ones that they want. So there's a lot of unknowns, though, but you guys really have to figure out which you're going to go with. Like, what decision are you going with? Because I feel like there's one saying yes, and then the other one's kind of rethinks it and says no. Then the other one, like you said, like earlier, but they're not on the same kind of path as you, is what I'm feeling. And it's time to actually make it known what path you're going down. Always keep your partner in the know. Don't let them kind of be left in the dark with anything. If you're not feeling that this relationship would manage moving, or it would be a challenge to have, you need to voice that to whoever you're dating or whoever you're connecting with. because you do have a lot of strong feelings for each other. But then mischievous Temperance is 6 of Cups in reverse, so everything is just still not going as planned, or it's taking on a different formation. Um, but you've been through enough. Like, you've been through the battles and came out the other side, like this one. You've already come out the other side, with what you need. And you have a lot of support behind you, right? So you have a lot of support from people that would actually like to see this happen for you. Okay, there's definite energies around that want you to, take your life in your hand and deal with it, and just go make decisions that are going to be beneficial to you, or as to you both as a unit, right? But it's great that you're letting your other party know of the feelings of what's coming, and you're just explaining. You could also be fearful of making this move. I think this might be a little bit more of the unknown of what your expectations of this are, and you're just not feeling right about. Maybe there's a little bit of unknownness. There's a lot of kind of neutral area that you're going through, and with everything literally flipping upside down. Like, seriously, like, you can't flip that many times and only be, accountable to the Pentacles, is what I'm getting. That's what I'm seeing, because you got the 6 of Pentacles up here in the beginning, which, is, to me, it's like somebody's going to be offering the money to you to be able to make this manage, and then this is you and your partnership trying to figure out and understand, is this really going to be like this? Like, you guys are like in surreal bereavement right now, as far as money is concerned. And then you have Temperance below, right? So she's overseeing a lot of changes, but we don't have right now. The 6 of Cups is in reverse, so I think there's something going on, like, with your money, but your 6 of Cups is definitely full. You may end up receiving what you want to make this a possible final call to the universe for guidance and information, because you're ready to go. Like, you're ready to go like yesterday. You have travelers, people in your travels that are going to be you're going to be traveling. Right? I do see that with the 7 of Swords. He's got his little knapsack and is taking what he needs from here. You know what I mean? Like, for when he relocates, you're gonna downsize kind of everything and just take your basic things that you really want and need. Okay, that's what I'm hearing. And that the King of Pentacles that offered it is patiently waiting now. Because it just changed for me. It just changed the actual meaning for him to show up. He could be pondering the possibility to help pay with resources, so check into that. Some companies actually do offer that. And then you're on the go. You're basically signed out from the other job. You're ready to roll at any given time. Just be careful that something doesn't kind of nudge you off the little edge and then you fall. Make sure that you're balancing your energy and being open with your partner and saying, hey, we can do this. There's a chance to break away from this. Even if it's like a city or something you just want to move, you want to relocate. The job is definitely moving forward. And everything, after we got past what was the overall energy, we got all up cards. So this is, showing you that the path that you're going to take is going to be, probably the best one that you are looking at. Well, it doesn't mean that you have had it yet. I think you're going to end up relocating to find that. Because there's the the King of Pentacles at the end waiting. Okay, so I don't know who's going to fund this, but something is going on to... this. It looks like a person is upset that they can't do more for you, though. This could be your partner wishing, that he could be more of a, responsible guy that really doesn't want to see you go, but doesn't really want to go anywhere either. So it's like you're in a catch-22. Damned if you do, damned if you don't. But allow yourself to at least try and experience it. Even if you have to take a break because he's not looking too happy. Maybe you have to take it into your initiative, into your own hands, and say, listen, I want to go and experience, I want to go and experience life. And, if my opportunities are taking me away from you, then, that's okay, because we still have each other, right? So there's somebody sitting there that's willing to offer the funds for this experience. Right, and they're looking into it. They're pondering a lot of the answers and weighing out their options. definitely weighing out their options. But there's you, the fool, that you're going to end up maybe possibly even starting alone on this path. There's not really anybody there to really say anything to change your mind. So you're moving forward with decisions that you're making, right? But I do see that the companionship or the energy that you have, even as an individual, is very strong. I think that you'd be able to achieve a lot, even being on your own for a bit and just, enjoying it, right? Travel and go and see and experience, right? You'll never know who you meet. But you're basically wanting to start the cycle over. You got the 10 of cards halfway through. You said, I'm done, I'm exhausted, I don't want to do this anymore. And now, you've got the reaction from the universe that you asked it for. 10 of Wands. And then you got the Fool card at the very end. So starting by itself, a whole new journey. The journey hasn't been written yet because the cards are, this is at the beginning. This is what is in the future for you. Independence. Your life is going to change dramatically over the next little while. It doesn't, I don't see anything harm coming, but I do feel that, this lover's situation is pertinent to you. It's important. And but at the same point, you don't want to be held back. Okay, don't be held back, because what you're going to experience and the opportunity that you have from this is going to make you so independent, and you're going to make it worthwhile for them to hire such a strong energy to be part of their company. You will be acknowledged for the work that you do, and there's going to be a traveler in the middle. It's going to be assisting you as an energy, and it's going to be behind you, supporting you, whether that be the relationship, your partner, or a friend, or somebody's going to be there to support you and help you and guide you too, as well as listening to you weigh your pros and cons for things. All right, but definitely make sure you've got the balance in it. Right, you come out the middle. You got 4 on each side. And 1 in your hand. So are you gonna let some of it go and just go with what you have? Are you willing to let go of what you have in order, if it was a job opportunity to come forward, any given time, would it be one that you would definitely drop the world for to achieve? That's the question you have to ask yourself and actually put it into action. And be straightforward. Be straightforward with the person you're connecting with or that you're in a partnership with, and just say, listen, this is an opportunity. And you don't want to waste the opportunity. You don't want to have somebody wasting you over here when you could have had a total better experience over there. You know what I mean? So don't stay here, but move over here and try to evaluate yourself. And when you're doing that, do it when you're on your own. You can actually just think about it and weigh the pros and cons. And it's private to you. You don't have to reveal why you made the decision you did, or you're not going to reveal why you didn't choose to stay in the relationship. That's your business. That's your private matters of the heart, right? That's where you have to now take the information and weigh it out into, the pros, the cons. Why is this going on for you right now? I think that you just don't have anybody to guide you or even give you any insight for your reasoning for possibly relocating, right? But I think it'll work out. I think that you're strong enough energy that you could stand up and say, listen, I really don't want to have to go far away to work, but you know what, maybe I should. Maybe I just need, some time away to clear my head. Maybe it's too much of a codependent relationship that you're in. Wherever you go, the person has to be. But I don't feel that, the person's willing to sacrifice his world to be part of yours in the future endeavors, right? That's what I'm seeing, is there's endeavors, and there's, there may be chunks where they're not balanced, but, you guys are running pretty thick together. It's like now that you've kind of hit this new flat plateau, which I feel is down here, there's on one side there's a lot of space, and the other one doesn't get enough space. So somebody is allotting a lot of space to someone just to keep them, kind of balanced in their own, and then keep moving up, and there's not a lot to work with, but you are sacrificing everything you're doing on a daily for the situation to manifest or appreciation for. Okay. So that was what I got for you, and we have the Hierophant as the bottom card. But, that's only going to be if you able to connect with the person and just say, listen, this is either going to be a blessed situation for us, or it's going to be the splitting of us. But making it into reality and understanding that those are the two that can happen, and maybe start with that with your partner, saying, this is not what I expected, but this is what I've been thinking. I had it kind of confirmed with someone else that I should maybe take a different pathway, and just be honest. If you can do that much in your relationship, you got it made, right? Definitely hold on to that. I'm doing good, guys. I am now working on, I think it's Leah is the reading for next. Okay, so we just had a few jump cards pop out for us. We got the Eight of Pentacles. Oops. Eight of Pentacles is on the bottom for you. So this could be a detailed, looking into the details on something for you. But you're just noticing the details. Okay. So this is for Leah. You're just noticing that there's certain things that are going on in your life that don't make sense, and you're paying attention. You've got it, like, you're investigating it. You're totally looking into, what it is that you're doing. Okay, so you're kind of like always been kind of left in, hey, no worries, chatter. Don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel. It'd be great, appreciate it. Then, click the bell, and you'll be automatically brought to the channel when I do live readings. And I do them probably at least every other day. Sometimes I'm not here because of personal reasons, but, sometimes I am. So, but this is paying attention to what you've created, and finally looking through it almost, and you're kind of wondering, why am I creating this? What is this going to be created for? Like, I don't feel that this is a partnership decision, but you're wanting more from this. You're wanting more out of the experience than what you're being given. Okay. The next card is the Four of Swords. Getting information that you thought wasn't pertinent, or that you're waiting on, is not going to be what you expect it to be. The Four of Swords has kind of put it in reverse, as to maybe this is switched on to someone else's unknowing, or knowing of a situation that was being hidden, and they stumbled across some information through, whether it be through a friend, or a communication through someone else, or just laid out information for the Four of Swords. There's a Knight of Pentacles, so there's somebody coming towards you. So this could be like the warning sign from the Four of Swords that this person is coming towards you to make an offer of a pentacle to you, and you're just learning about this stuff now, and you're just wanting to understand it first. But he's making an offer. He's trying to be kind to you. So this could be a male coming forward for you. Oh, and then we have the battle is drawn. Okay. So there's what I'm saying is there could be two. One is the Knight of Swords. One is the Knight of Pentacles. Now, if this was to be mirroring the energy, I would have to say that your energy is the Knight of the Swords. Okay, that is your energy, that the masculine part of you that is yet to be revealed, or yet to be understood by you, as to how to deal with the masculine part of our life. If we were to be single and independent, how would we get through the masculine part, how to get the female part going, and just getting in touch with the emotional part, right? And to understand it before it ends up being just detrimental to your spirit, right? But you're confident enough in your position. You're just in awe that you have these options available that are going to come through. And it could be maybe you've been manifesting these. Maybe you've been manifesting these energies, and now you can't make a decision because they've already been revealed to you, is what I'm seeing. And there could be a standing off kind of energy where they're one's got a sword and one's got a pentacle. Who do you think's going to win the joust contest? That's what I feel like. This is medieval time, right? It is going back to the days of when they were jousting and medieval experiences and all that kind of stuff. But I think that they're up for a challenge, and I think they're challenging each other. This could be like a masculine energy that's around you, that's saying, no, you're mine, and I'm going to keep it that way. And he's really going to do you one and take you out. And physical experiences. Well, one of them has dark hair. The other one is probably, the Knight of the Pentacles. I would say that he's about 5'5", 5'6", not very tall. But he could be, he's got dark hair, a smaller head, like his face isn't really like big or anything, if that makes sense. Uh, but he's ready. He's, ready for whatever comes forward. Because if you look at him, I don't think anybody's ever noticed this on this card, but look at him. He's in his shield, or his armor all the way down to his waist, and then you see he's wearing shorts. He's wearing fucking shorts, but has a steel armor on top. Go figure. So this person could be, a person that doesn't really care about the image, but, they're not prepared for the actual, but yeah, he'll show up like at a party, that's like a nice barbecue in like, flip flops and a pair of board shorts. You know what I mean? As everybody else is dressed in like, dressed to the nines for this, this occasion. And he would show up with his flip flops, shorts, and a case of beer and say, "Hey, who wants to party?" You know what I mean? Like, that's the energy that I get from the first one. The second one is a little bit more reserved. He's not quite so out there. He's a very internal person. No, he likes to remain within himself. He doesn't like to really share a lot. He's very, like he's sitting on the horse and he's kind of like going like this, like, stretching it out and not really wanting to say too much. Like he's the type of person that doesn't like arguments around him. He doesn't like the energy or the high energy of somebody arguing around him. He's, that could be from, previous traumas in his life that he hasn't worked through. So just acknowledge that could be the possibility as to why this person is kind of so reserved. And don't take it too personal when you find out that they are reserved and they don't talk a lot. He likes a lot of silence. He likes to work from an internal space, right? He likes to internalize a lot of things just so that he can understand them more beneficial. Okay, but he's willing to, like I feel he's the type that if he had to do it, he would do it. You know what I mean? Like if there was a situation that had to require him to do something and challenge another masculine, he would. He would definitely fight for your honor, and that's what he's right below the Four of Swords. But the Knight of Pentacles is right next door. But the other one is like more suited. He matches the coloring of your, like even your outfits match. You know what I mean? Like this is, you've got a yellow dress on, and he's got yellow on his horse. He's got the gold on his horse. Like he's ready to rock and roll. Let's go have a good time. But is a little bit reserved as to not enough confidence in himself to be able to say that to you. Okay, he's very shy too as well, and it's okay. Allow them to be, because those are the stuffy bear kind of ones that don't really say too much, but they know what's going on and they're very into the person they are dating, right? So you have so many opportunities coming towards you. We want to leave those shadows where they are. We don't want to deal with shadows. The shadow side of things is kind of like the negative part. So if it doesn't all work out, then there's always a source to get information from. But I don't feel that the shadow side is. I think it's illuminating the intentions of people to you. Showing them in their best light, whether it be good or bad. But you're there to help. So maybe these shadows are results of the people that you're interacting with. This could also now have taken on a toll of maybe you are doing counseling, or you're having, or you are a counselor that helps people with this kind of situation. Trying to keep it, not like throwing it all out there to be heard, but at the same point, you're doing individual work with people, and you may end up becoming a healer yourself, and listening and or you're like a counselor that somebody comes and expresses himself, or kind of needs some understanding in their life, as like a psychologist, or like a psychiatrist, like a psychologist that's going to help you work through these darker times of your life up until this point, right? And then we have the King of Swords. So this the King of Swords, I feel that somebody is taking more than what they are deserving of situations. And I really don't like the persona that's created around this King of Swords. He's kind of like throwing the armor to look the part, but not act the part. You know what I mean? Like, it's all just a show and it's all just a game, and he just is waiting for somebody to actually serve him from raising a sword. Like, hey, over here, people, I matter. You know what I mean? But he's expecting a lot from the situation, and he feels that he's entitled, and he's not. Okay, so he's feeling like he has an entitlement to you as a person, and um, is not too concerned on how he achieves it. Like, he'll go ruthless to get your interaction with him. And then the high priestess, like, you can't. Um, the high priestess is not going to share anything. She's not, in it for anything, but there's, you got like the moon ahead of you. She's like standing on top of the moon, and the high priestess could be your energy, that you're finally understanding how things are working, and that now you've changed from an Eight of Pentacles into a high priestess to understand what is really going on within your relationship or relationships that could be benefit, or there could be ones that don't even meet your standard. But you're going to be very choosy. But be careful of the Knight of Swords, because he kind of reminds me of a person that will take anything at a ruthless kind of energy. It's invoked in him, and he's got a yellow little carpet coming out of his ass. So I don't know if he's just appeasing you to keep you at bay. He thinks that he's doing that as a man should. But I feel that this person in this King of Swords is very lazy, very a little bit paunched on the front. And has expectations as you being a wife, and this is how the wife's going to be, and trying to command her into being this certain way. Definitely don't do it. Stand your ground and say, listen, you can get off your fat ass, get it yourself, and that's all you need to say, and walk away. That's what I would say that to this person. If they walked up into my house, tried getting with me, and just were slobs, I would be out. It would be out the door faster than it came in. I'll tell you that much. No man will walk into my house and treat me like I'm a slave, or I'm lower class than you. We're equal, so get the fuck out if you can't play equal game, right? Expectations in the relationship are going to make him fall. He's going to just demand and demand and demand, and he's going to be very hard to get rid of. He's going to be a difficult energy once he's attached. So be careful. Just a warning. Be careful who you're interacting with. And now that you know that this person, the persona of this person that you need to keep away, is definitely lazy and chubby, and doesn't give a shit about anybody else, has no loyalty or experience of loyalty to anyone but himself. So he's definitely out of the picture when you do meet him, or you may have come across this person already. The high priestess isn't in the mood for any games, right? She's in reverse. She's not here to play games. Okay, she wants to get work done, and this guy's blocking her being able to help with the situation. He's blocking people. He will end up taking you away from your family and friends. And I think that the high priestess can't get through because he's blocking all the sources of contact that you have, or will end up becoming that kind of energy if you end up going with this one. It's going to be becoming a control issue, and a lot of negative things will happen. So, okay, so you know who I'm talking about for this person that I'm talking about the King of Swords about, right? Because that's the one you're going to be having to watch out for. He's not going to let go easy. Whereas the other two, they're looking forward. They're looking to the future. And even one is actually willing to stand upside down with you and stand by you and help you through the situations, and rather than get to the end of the line and the finish line, you think that you're going to win because you already crossed the line. You crossed the line before anybody else, but your expectations of receiving this person, or you being received by this person, is gonna be the end, right? How can I let him go? Yes. All I can say is just be honest and straightforward with him, and just be, just say, listen, I've had enough. I got a lot on my plate. I really don't have time for this because I got things going. And if he asks you what, just say it's none of your business. It's private. Okay? Just tell him. Just be straightforward, blunt, and even if you have to sound cold, then sound cold. If he ends up getting aggressively, he may end up having an aggressive streak at him. You don't have to. Okay, so he's being stubborn. This energy is blocking anybody from coming or being part of your life. Okay, he's doing something behind your back. All right, so the Knight of Pentacles he was a smaller energy too. Like he's got like on the inside of him, he's like a young guy, like a small, innocent, naive kind of person. But on the exterior part, he is actually, more into the actual experience than a lot of people give him credit for. Like he's like the type on the inside that would be like the computer nerd in junior high school, that you go to school and you have this one person that is a genius, but not that so good looking, but he has the energy of this, but is good looking. You know what I mean? Like he's moving forward, and he's taking a chance. He's going to take a chance with this, and whatever comes, he's willing to take care of it. He's got a sword in his hand. He told me he mean business. Okay. So he means business when he comes through, okay? The other one is kind of sitting back afar, watching what's going on in your life, paying attention, to what you really are and who you really are, and understanding you for the energy that you give off is a very positive, because they're still, they're both sitting in protect mode of can I show you this? This is how it works, okay? Don't know if you guys can see that, but yeah, I'll flip the camera around. Okay, hang on. Split the camera. Okay, so right here you have the King, or the Knight of Pentacles and the Knight of Swords. They are both facing towards Mr. King here, that is arrogant and will not let anybody through. And then the High Priestess wants to come in and help, but he's blocking everything from like friends, relatives, and any family connections. He's trying to be in control of even after the fact. And then you have the two knights that are willing to go out and defend you against this person, right? So whatever it may be, or whoever it may be that's helping you out right now spiritually, definitely stick with it. And he's going to be a stubborn ass. Like, he's probably made like a huge indent in your sofa already from the time that he's been around. You know what I mean? He'd rather be the sofa, the couch potato in the relationship, and not have to do anything and have everything done because he's in a knight position. That just because you're in a knight position don't mean you don't have to do shit around here. It means that now you have even more of a responsibility to take care of shit because you're a king. So get on it. Like, don't think you're just gonna sit in the throne all day and do nothing and have people order people around to do this, do that. This is not how this world works. Maybe if you're a millionaire you can do that, but whatever. You're not a millionaire. You're a king with a fat belly. Like, who the hell has a belly and then wants to have only a part of his what do you call that jacket thing that they wear, that little wraparound thing sitting there between his legs, all just not even respecting that honorable position. You know what I mean? There's no respect there. There's absolutely none. And that's why you want to kind of cut ties with this person, I'm sure. But you have other options. And they may not want drama, so maybe they're just kind of staying back a little bit and trying to see how this is going to turn out for whoever, and then make a move. So it's like a chess game now. It's turned into a chess. The Knight of Swords is taunting other people to come through, try to challenge him on situations that he knows that he can win because he's a king. He can overtake whoever they want, but he can't because he doesn't have the queen to stand beside him, right? And he's trying to demand that from you, okay? So just be careful of who this energy is showing up as. Is there any other questions you need, Leah, to your reading? So that's just a little scrape of the surface of how things are gonna, how things are starting to unfold for you. And at least now you can be aware of their energy as far as they're concerned. They're not bad energies. Oops, I have my deck here. Did I go the right way? No. They're not gonna. It's not gonna change overnight. This is gonna have to take you a little bit of time to manifest this, but you got to work with pure energy, right? You need to do. You might even have to do like a cleansing ritual of his energy from your place, and that's why he's all up there. Is because he's kind of marked it as his. So now's the time that to do anything. Start from one, like the entrance, your door entrance, and walk around the circumference of your whole house. So like you're following the house line all the way around, and do that with a lit candle and some incense. for pure energy to be restored to your place, right? Um, yeah, so you will. You will find somebody that's gonna, be your protector. They'll maybe even start out as a friendship first, but it may grow into something more. But they're definitely there, and they can see what's going on with this person, how they're taking advantage of you, even though you're not in a relationship, but friends or whatever. you know, he feels there's still a reason to be there. You're trying to get him out. It may not be easy. You may have to be on the lookout for that. But if you get a chance to, you know, get it out there that you need support and your friends and family, and explain to them what's going on. It's private. I can't go into any more with you because it is a live stream. But I think I've kind of said enough for you to be able to move in the direction that you can. Anyway. Think of it as, you're guided. Your guides are coming through for you to explain and make you, give you some information that you can work with now when it goes to reveal itself in your timeline, right? It's there to benefit you, not to impede, or how do they say that? To impede you. So it doesn't mean that it's blocking you, but the person that's trying to block you is this energy that doesn't want to let go. It feels entitled to its position, and it's not going to leave the throne. He thinks he's the prime person for this, right? So he wants to be the one that wins you in the end, but that's not what you're playing. You're not playing games. You want someone who's going to be supportive. This isn't a game anymore. This is serious relationship stuff. Okay, so that's something that you have to kind of work out for yourself. But if you need guidance, you can email me at shamanemme at gmail.com. I'll put it in the chat. All right. There we go. Okay, here we go. So, so you have to really, really be, adamant with things. You really need to be aware now of situations that, you never probably would have thought of or kind of experienced before for the sake of it. Like it's not fun having to break up with somebody. Like when you cohabitate with someone and they happen to do something wrong, or end in the relationship, but they don't feel they have to, that they're basically there to get revenge kind of energy on you. Then if it has to, then disconnect from the person. The best way how, ask friends to come and pick you up, just get you out of the house, get you away from that energy. And it's unfortunate it has to come down to, you may end up having to literally wait till he leaves on one moment and put his shit outside. I would take his shit, pack it up if he doesn't want to respect the fact that you don't want to be in a relationship with him, and just keeps forcing himself to be there. I would definitely deal with him and throw his shit out when he's not home if he's being that much of a jerk and doesn't want to leave. Because it's your residence. I feel it's your residence, and this person just kind of, made a home there and doesn't want to leave. Without having to, cause chaos, and the outcome after he leaves you, he probably, berate your name, just totally nastiness in regards to, because he didn't get his way, that he lost the challenge of winning your heart, and that's just too bad. It's not something that you can challenge and win. It's given. It's not taken, right? Nobody can take your heart or your feelings or anything. It's a given energy that you want to experience with another person. And this person that you currently are connecting to is not going to give you that. 100% not going to. He's just going to continue, doing whatever he wants to do. And then you're expected to conform. Well, you either are going to conform or you're not. And you really have to decide that experience between yourself and the person. So, it's totally up to you how you want to call it, right? It's your life. And that's what you like. You want to have maybe a little bit more of a life, experience with things, and be able to, enjoy life, right? Enjoy the facts around it, getting to meet, social with other people, because maybe this relationship was, why is this not staying on here? Okay, hang on. Let's get my mouse working here. My mouse is like tired or something. What's going on? Okay, hang on. Okay, so you can, I can't even put it in right now. But you can leave, donations are available to be left at, I can't even put it in, I think the link is in the description box, but it is, I can't get this to show up on here. Why is that? Okay. So hang on. So, um, so that's the direct link for for donations that can be made. Or you can email me if you have further questions. You want to talk privately with me, do a private reading. Feel free to email me, or and I can forward you other contact information. I still have to get the website set up. I'm putting up a. Oh, sorry. Um, Yeah, okay, I did write it down. I thought I forgot to write it the wrong way. So you guys can easily email me if you have questions that you want to talk privately about. By all means, I could go a little bit deeper, but it's just because it's public. I don't, like to air people's, as they say, laundry on the air, because I wouldn't want it for me if it was private. Then it stays private. So, and that is for you, Leah, right? So, who else is here? Let's see what else is. Why is this not working here? Hang on. Try to switch it here. Alright. I can't even see where my mouse is. It's not even working on that one. Okay, there we go. So if there's anybody else here that would like a reading, please be happy to ask a question if you want, just a one question answer that you'd like. I can do a yes or no pendulum reading as well. Those ones are pretty cool too. I like them when they give you like kind of little no's, but then it's like they automatically can switch to a yes. Almost like a, as quickly as a human can switch their mind, so can the pendulum, and it's just bizarre. I like, so I have those available for readings as well, and we can work from there. The other thing is I didn't do the draw. We usually have sometimes we'll have like a draw or a monthly theme. I haven't really thought about it. I have been kind of outside myself because my partner's stepdad ended up in the hospital, and so we've been kind of dealing with that for the last couple of days. He's not doing well. Like he ended up with really severe psoriasis to the hands. We're like 4 times the size, all flaking with dry skin. He ended up in the hospital for 5 days. So we've been kind of dealing with that right now. A lot of paperwork has to be done. He needs to go and actually be inside a home. He's like 72, I think, 72 he turned. So he's definitely, no young chicken. Okay, it's taking its toll on him, and it's very difficult for my partner. So I've been kind of dealing with that. So that's why I haven't really been around this week. So hopefully we wish him well, though, that he'll be able to, heal it and be able to move on with his life and just be able to live it, for whatever it's worth now. You know what I mean? Very difficult, situation. I was scared looking at him. He looked like, like he'd walked through a fire and it was all 3rd-degree burns. Kind of looked like him, and they were just red as red can get. Like that blood red kind of look on his hands. His hands looked like, they were wearing softball mittens. Everything was just a mess. It was an absolute, I could just picture the pain that he was in. I could just picture it, because that's all raw skin, right? I had that experience happen to me, and I actually had my whole chest open up on me, and I was dehydrating faster than I could rehydrate, and I would put a shirt on and put a towel on it. Within 20 minutes, I'd have to take the towel out. It'd be soaked, and I couldn't take a shower. It burned. It was the worst thing, but only 1 in every 100 people have this experience of that kind of. I can't remember the word for it now, but my whole chest opened up, and it was all just a massive, like, water was just pouring out. Like, my dehydration levels when I got to the hospital were low. I wasn't going to the washroom. I wasn't having very good things going. Then I was told the day after I got into the hospital that I only had, my kidneys are starting to shut down because of dehydration, that I have to drink lots and lots of fluids or they're going to put me on IV. They ended up having to put an IV in me, and I had to, flush it through really fast and just get it into me. Um, but it was scary. It was like, hearing that your kidneys are shutting down, that's the last of your organs. That's not what I wanted to hear. So one of my angels was there and saved the day that day. Um, but it was an experience, and that was on a Mother's Day 3 years ago that happened. And I remember it clearly because my daughter, I had phoned her to ask her to come visit, and she said she had a basketball practice or a game that she had to go to that day. But she wished me a happy Mother's Day and hoped that I got well. And it's been really hard. You know, um, so so I've been through my share of tribulation and hope, and all this stuff kind of went out the window, and brought back the hope and the dream of me being able to move forward and survive this. But it was scary, like, and then they do a biopsy of your skin and everything, and oh, it was just it was nasty. I just remember it being really hard, and I was in the hospital for like a week myself, experiencing, because I'm allergic to actual metal, like my necklace right now. I shouldn't even be wearing it, but it's all red all across here right now because of the silver. It's not even silver, it's like just metal. So if it's not silver, it's not gold, it's going to irritate my skin and I'll break out with it again. But wear it for a few minutes anyway and charge it up so I can use it for readings is basically when I only am able to wear it now, because I started breaking out the other day and I can't wear it for long periods of time, that's for sure. So yeah, so who's all in the chat? Who's all here? I'm glad to be here tonight. Grateful, right? Grateful for all. Yeah, God bless you too, Leah. That's awesome. So yeah, I don't know what's all next going to be coming forward, but I think I'll, close this out with the spirit box like we normally do. Heather Marie Miller. Hey, Heather. Welcome to the channel. Nice to see you back. I was thinking about putting on the spirit box for a bit while we have the native meditation chant music going as well, and see. I would like to see how they interact with the music. If they can interact the same way that they normally do, or where things get changed around. It'd be interesting to see. So I think we will put on our spirit box. Let you guys hear it. Yeah, I miss you all too. Like I was telling you, I was just speaking about this. I had my partner's stepdad was in the hospital, very sick. He had psoriasis, I think it was called psoriasis. Like, it's like worse than eczema, but he was all like hard. His fingernails, everything was blistering up, and his skin, his hands basically were like huge, and the skin was peeling off it like he was, like a snake shedding its skin kind of thing. And so he was in the hospital. So we've been kind of, dealing with that. And he is 71. Like, he's not a young spring chicken, like I said. But I'm just hoping that he gets better. Right? It's unfortunate, but you can only pray for a person. You can't you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink, kind of thing. That's kind of the energy that we get with him. So I haven't really been acknowledging anything lately, and this is the first time I've been back since I think it was Friday. I did a live stream for a quick bit. But mostly Thursday. So please do, send out your positive vibrations to helping him heal a bit better, so he can be at least a little bit independent and not have to rely on anybody so much. Because he wants his independence. He doesn't want to have to, sacrifice that little bit that he does have, in his last moments. You know what I mean? I don't feel he's going to pass away anytime soon, but I do get a vibration about, anywhere from 6 months to a year. Something, either it's going to take a toll for the worst at that point, or it's going to be the end, one of the two. And I don't like predicting stuff, but it's unfortunate that it's come down to that, though. It's very hard. It's you can't, and that you can't shed tears over it, though. Like, it's surreal. Like, this person one minute was fine, and then the next minute you're just like, whoa, what the hell happened? You know, like he doesn't sound the same. He's very, almost like he's got dementia. He doesn't remember things as well. So a lot of things are happening in his life that, you know, he's just losing himself at every moment of the day. A little piece of him leaves. You know what I mean? Like a little piece more ends up, you know, having to leave. You know, and it's just the body just expanding itself and you know, basically giving what energy it takes just for him to be able to sit up and have a coffee, and it takes a lot. So, you know, it's unfortunate. We're getting down to the nitty gritty here with it, and I know my partner is going to be totally devastated when the day has to come to it. But he understands it. Like he's humbled about it, you know, and all this time, you know, trying to do good by him, and you know, the man that taught him how to be the man he is, as far as different trades. Like he could build a house, he could, you know, take over a welding company, you know, like he could do almost. He's the handyman from A to Z. There isn't anything he won't take a challenge to. Like everything is a challenge. Everything is a challenge, and that's what I love about him. He's so awesome. You know, he looks after people. He's very compassionate to others that are suffering, as am I. Um, you know, keeping your thoughts positive at all times is very difficult. You know, it's got to be weighing on my partner a whole lot. You know, because that's the only person he ever knew as a father figure in his life. Um, you know, and it's important. You know, so he's been trying to just keep himself busy just to not have to feel it, and that's definitely hard for him because he's just doing all the spiritual work and feelings and emotions and stuff are coming up, and then he doesn't want them to come up that fast, right? So, got to keep him you know, kind of happy and moving in a more productive way, you know, energy wise, you know, so taking care of situations right now is it's quite something else. That's why I haven't even, you know, been getting much sleep because he's been upset, you know, it's been a chaotic show for like the last 5 days. Um, so yeah, so, you know, I try to keep my house very balanced in its energy. You know, I don't like to have to deal with too much myself. Um, let's see. What do we got going on here? Oh, my mouse does not want to work in here. Why is it not? Now I got a split screen. What the heck is happening here? Oh. I got like two screens on out of one. How the hell? Okay, so here we go. We got the cards. Ready to do another reading. As soon as I get my screen to stop acting up here, I don't know why it's. I have to restart my computer, I think. Because it's hard to type. That doesn't even allow you to type in on your phone, which really sucks. It really does, but, you know, I usually have my mods around here somewhere. So yeah, so if there's any questions or anything that you just want to ask, feel free to. I enjoy my life. I do the best that I can do. Every day that I wake up, I always challenge myself to getting, you know, some things worked on that are private, my personal business stuff. But yeah, no, it's just been draining. But anyway, enough about me. Energy, how much energy that takes to do the readings. It does. It takes a lot of energy. Like I wasn't tired before I started. I never am, but once I start, I can't stop. I'm just going to make another coffee. We'll do a few more readings if we can. We'll see what happens. We'll see how it goes. that with my phone or not. Let's see. Oops. Okay, there we go. Alrighty, let me move these guys back now. My lucky bamboo. Alrighty. Nitty gritty time. Let's see what's going on. I'll turn on a. Alright. Oh, there is. Where did I just, oh, duh. Oh, that's my coffee. There's my coffee. Got coffee. Makes for a good day. A good day starts with coffee. Yeah, I made a few more dream catchers. So I don't know. I made a boy and a girl dream catcher. The boy one is not quite finished yet, but I made that one. Did a couple more. I'm always working on something. So this will be the little boy one. It's not quite finished. I still have to add more to it, but that's for a little man, for over the baby's crib or whatever. You know what I mean? So that's going to be the boy one. I'm just going to put more feathers on it, but see the beading that goes into these things that I do. Create them for you for they're totally elegant. Like you won't the quality of workmanship you definitely will see that I do take a lot of initiative into my creativity. So I'm very gracious for being able to do that. But the little girl one, I'll show you that one. I'll take you for a walk here. We'll go and take a look here. I'll show you the other one. Okay, hang on. See, there's the pink one. I don't know if you guys can see that. Oh, hang on. Alright, so that's the pink one. And then I have the medicine one that, is everything all rolled into one, right? So that's your healing energies that, and then you add whatever elements to it. That's the little girl one with the little butterfly in it, It's a cute one. Alright, so we got that one done, and then we've got the other little boy one that we've done, and what else have we done? I don't even know. I don't even know which ones I'm finished. Yeah, so that's where I'm working anyway, working on that, getting those done. But hopefully that one that I sent a dream catcher out to one of my subscribers, but wasn't received. So now I am in the process of figuring out how to get this secondary one to her, because I I don't know how or who's going to pay the expressway to cover a code or a tracking number. So I don't know how I'm going to track this one because I'm not sending it until I have a tracking number or availability for a tracking number to be granted. But, you know, apparently eBay has a plan for it, so I don't know. I guess I have to wait and see what happens. Yeah, so there you go. So if anybody has any questions or whatever, you know, turn on the spirit box as well. So let's see what we get. So, my mouse isn't working. Oh, now it's going to work. See? Sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. But it's easier for me to see the chat going on the other side, on the actual channel itself, because it's such small printing. It doesn't stay on there very long for that reason either. Let's try to get this to come up. So let's see what I got here. Let's see what we got. We're waiting. Patience is a virtue. It takes sometimes a little bit for it to wake up. We'll do it. There we go. Finally. Okay. Ouch, my elbow. So yeah, so my shoulder I still have screwed up.
Colors.
Colors of what? Oh, what's going on? Oh, I hate this mouse. I really do. I've pretty much had it with it.
Welcome.
Welcome to the house. Who's here today? Is there anybody here?
Parents will await you.
What will awake me? Have a seat then. Turn it up on the stereo. Hang on so you guys can hear it better. So what are we waiting for?
Belt to seat.
Are we waiting? It's not gonna be shy?
To be,
To citizens and corp.
but a low branch, no.
Turn it up a bit so you guys can hear it. So hopefully it picks it up for us.
But when I got near the
So who's all here? Anybody have any names? Don't you have a name?
bed, January 2000.
January 2000.
districts, but
I spent all of one
Garden.
Oh, the garden. What garden?
in simple stuff.
It sounds like a riot or something, doesn't it?
And you.
with spurs.
With spurs? What are they doing with spurs?
They were
You have to adventure.
What's your name?
Spirit of God.
3.
Spirit of God. Okay, so you're the Spirit of God. Now, how does that work?
Was too tight.
We.
Switzerland.
We are what? Spirit of God? Who's we?
Jonathan Hart.
In Christ.
Left again beneath.
That's what's going on. So you guys can ask questions or
Jesus.
send me a question that you want me to ask. Let me know. Grandma? Who's grandma?
And a happy one.
Is it my grandma? Who's grandma?
They were
You. Residents who.
No horse.
Value.
under the tree.
The land.
Sharp eye for
Are you just trying to communicate with me personally on my level?
Spirit.
Asian or
the bracket.
Such what? Why can't you guys repeat things?
This was like a
So when are you going to talk in full sentences?
35. Hi. Tomorrow, the
And got bottoms.
How come I always get the ones that push God all the time? That's all I hear from the
Hey,
one.
my beautiful.
Indeed, God's.
Indeed, gods. You're the one that I don't want you. What's with the God thing?
On account of right.
The day.
That's bizarre. Does somebody have a better answer then?
Talking about this.
Oh, we got a new one. Haven't heard from you in a long time. Raised what? Raised the dead. Just kidding. Just joking.
To death, the deep.
on the style moment.
Okay, so we're gonna run some native spiritual music and see what happens.
The impression.
See the spirit of uprise counter recruit.
Let's see what's this. Wishing what? Who's wishing on what? I made a wish on a star once and a shooting star after that. It was bizarre.
Roscoe Radio brings you this.
But of course he had imagined.
Are you guys actually gonna make conversation now? Go where? Go wishing? It's not dark yet.
Airs.
Oh, he said to us,
What cable?
Just looking.
his position in the outfit.
Yeah, if you want to purchase one,
Serious.
those ones are going for $30-$35 and doesn't include shipping. Last time I sent one, I ended up paying, I think it was like 12 something. And it's like 20 something if you want a tracking number. I should have got a tracking number.
Passenger to tell me.
For thy sake.
Shipping within Canada is free, but sending to the States, I don't know, because somebody was telling me about customs, and it may have gotten stopped at customs or whatever for two dream catchers that, you know,
Angels.
show that as that in the packaging, right? It doesn't make sense. You know, it's been almost 4 months since I sent it, and still nothing's shown up. So now I am out of pocket the funds for that, plus I have to go and ship off another one for free, which
Surprised me.
doesn't help me right now. It doesn't.
An end of death.
And stopped dead.
As is fitting.
.org. Do you know what day?
It's Monday.
Crest.
So let's see. What does Spirit have anything to tell us right now that's relevant to our situation?
He said it.
Many brethren fought and killed for
The stillness.
Oh yeah. So did anybody hear about that? Luke Perry died of a heart attack. 52 years old, dropped dead from a heart attack.
Having had
Unreal.
sometimes a drug line.
Stephen. Oh, you're here, Stephen. What are you doing? How have you been, Stephen?
men of that country.
Family.
Let's hear some of this. Put on some different music here and we'll see what they say. You guys are being recorded too, by the way.
Stand least with
Himself abruptly by the.
So we'll see what this time what happened.
Was in the elevator.
We have been reckoned.
One day at the sea.
Such a neat picture they have actually on the background there from the Celtic fantasy music.
The enchanted.
You know, so if they want to give me a copyright strike for this one too, they can go right ahead.
I think that the district.
But that can we go through?
The switch.
Huh. And it's reminds me of, I actually just mentioned this when I was doing the beginning of the stream about it being Celtic, like medieval time music is what's playing right now. And we were talking about medieval in regards to situation. Okay, so now we got that. That's the way it's, I'm glad that it's there. I really am. Let me get out of here. Knock this minute out.
And whiplash.
It's not his way.
Okay, I'm turning the volume down on this one. Oops. Okay, so I'm just getting it set. Oh, what a day, what a day. I'm glad today's almost over. I wish. Okay, yeah, if you're interested in any dream catchers or anything, feel free to email me at shamanme333@gmail.com if you have questions. Or to book a private reading, whatever connection. So, I don't know, Heather, what do you feel like doing? Do you feel like doing a pendulum reading, or what do you want to do? So whoever wants to enter the chat and be part of the conversation, maybe you'll end up with a pendulum reading, or somebody's going to have has an opportunity to get information right now for free, but, we try to make sure that it's to people that are new to the channel. Everybody else is known that I've always been on point with my readings, so that's awesome for me, right? And it's awesome for you guys too, because you guys get the actual direct answer, right? So, So Laura, good evening, Laura. Hi, how are you doing? I don't even remember. I got to talk to the phone. That's right. Welcome to the channel. Make yourself at home. Sit back, enjoy the show, or if you have a question that you want answered via the pendulum or one card answer, I'll give you the opportunity to have that. So Heather, which one do you want? You want a pendulum one? Should we do the pendulum thing? So I have to actually get this off because it's starting to irritate me. Oh, that's good. I'm glad that your situation, was a little bit more manageable. If there's any other insight you want to check into, by all means, feel free to, ask one question. I don't charge for the one question pendulum readings. But otherwise, if they were to be charged, it'd probably only be like $10 for 3 questions. So it gives you a past, present, and future kind of correlation. So you have up to 3 questions to ask if you pay $10, but for one question it's like 5. So if you guys happen to make donations, you've never done that. Okay, so just think of situations in your thing, and okay, so whoever wants a question, just think. What is the current? Okay, so what we're going to do, I'm going to find out. I'm going to also pull cards on this one because I feel that the information you're seeking is not going to be able to be enough of the answer for you in regards to a plan. Is more yes or no. So we might have a little bit of in-depth kind of view on something that may be coming through. So we can start with a 1 card, give it a shuffle and see what we cut. And we just have to verify before we actually do the cut that these are the cards we get to use for the information. Okay, so I don't know if you guys can. I wonder if I can make this work. It holds down a little bit more. Okay, can you see that? Okay, so you guys can actually see that. Okay. So here's the cards. Pop them there. I'm going to go above the cards now and ask Spirit, are these the cards that are meant for clarifying the reading for Miss Heather Marie Miller for March 3rd, 28, or March 4th, 2019? If these cards are meant to be for the reading, please answer with a yes or no question. Answer, please. Are these the cards that are meant for Heather Marie Miller's reading?
He was knocking at my
So it's giving us a yes. You can't really see it on there, can you? But yeses are forwards and backwards, and then no's are side to side. So it's giving me a yes answer. Okay, sorry. Say thank you to the guides for that. So I'm going to pull one card, and then we're going to figure out with the pendulum how we're going to take the reading, or how the reading is going to unfold. Let's see. Okay, so we've got, you have a Knight of Cups, so there's somebody coming towards you that you've kind of known about, that's very, very neat and tidy. Is making an offer from the other side of the river. Unable to cross this river, so he's, making the offer from a distance. This could be somebody's relationship going in a different avenue. But the person that you're interacting with is just like, it's like chiseled out of like something that's just too perfect. It's like perfect, like, not a stitch out of place, not a horse with a hair out of place. Anything is actually the most person you're going to experience maybe OCD about being clean. There isn't one opportunity that person would ever let anything to stay dirty. So they're OCD about the cleanliness. I'm feeling that's making an offer to you, but it's coming from the other side. So this might be a distance relationship that's going on, that there's an offer going to come forward of possibly relocation. Relocation's been kind of in the mix of things, but he's willing to move. This person is willing to give anything to have and be with a relationship with you. They want 100%. Grateful for you to be part of their life, and they're definitely coming forward for you. They're looking forward. They're moving in an action towards the future from this experience. It's just a matter of time. Like the timing couldn't be more available to you. No. But yeah, he's very, it could be somebody coming that has, how would you say? I wouldn't say well-to-do, but, more than enough to provide comfort and security with this person. That's why they're making the offer to this. Unsurmountable amount of, security with this person. He doesn't go out without, with his hair all a mess. You know what I mean? Like he's very into perfectness. He's like absolute perfectly has to happen, or it's very difficult to be in a relationship with somebody that is absolutely perfect. But it could be mainly perfect for you. Okay, so this might be in correlation to what your expectations of a person would be. And that only the ones that can prove to be a clean, not a mismatch, or doesn't even believe in mismatched socks. Like I feel this is like a controlled obsession this person has that make things difficult to actually have a relationship with. But work with it, right? Don't work against it, because if you try to change it, it's not going to like change. Okay, it's set in its way. It's hard to teach this dog new tricks, but you wouldn't have to by the energy that I'm seeing, right? The energy that I'm getting, like he's just perfect. Like his horse, there isn't a hair out of place. His personal life, his hair is not out of place, right? You know, this one is oh, this is oh, I went and looked it up before. It's like a rose agate, agate, or whatever they call it, argate. But yeah, no, it's I had this one. I picked this one out and had it sent to me because I like pink. I do actually like thinking of it gives a feeling of a feeling of love, understanding, energy that you can't really find anywhere else. That I picked it, and anything that I do in correlation to my personal life or any experiences that I do have, I actually make sure that it's my energy going into it. When I'm doing readings for you guys, I kind of disconnect from it. Uh, but sometimes there's meaning for everybody. So we can actually do, is this the card that is waiting, that Heather has been waiting for in regards to a possible partnership with someone? If Spirit can answer that. Bring up the crystal a little bit higher here so you guys can see. And we'll do it at a slight angle here so that you guys can actually see it going back and forth. Is this a card that's going to give more or is it going to give more information to Heather that she requested to have information given to her? Is this the card that was meant to be heard? Are you shaking right now from the readings? I feel like somebody's shaking and vibrating a lot. Could be a nervous thing. It could be just the way things are, just like vibration. You're nervous about maybe the answer that we're going to get from this. We can make a decision, Pendulum, if this is a card meant for the reading that we reveal the information from. See, it's not even moving. You can move now, Pendulum. Do you want to answer, Pendulum? It doesn't want to answer. It went right to a no. It went right to no. So do you want an answer to the question? Can you say yes, Pendulum? Can you say no, Pendulum? Okay, so it can answer. It just is being reluctant on it. It's being reluctant, and that's okay. Pendulum, you can answer when you feel comfortable enough to. Now that's what a yes looks like. Okay, you can do a no, please, Pendulum. You can stop. Now give me a no answer, please. So there's your no. That's back and forth. So there you go. So the messages that are meant for people are being given to people that it resonates with the most, and I'm grateful for that. That it gives the direction to the right person. It's not confused. It's not misunderstood. It's not misinterpreted. It's a great feeling to have, positive movement with my pendulum, and being accurate is, still my 4 point. I'm still shooting shooting hard at what I do, and I appreciate the gift that has been given to me. And that's a yes right here. Here's a yes for you. And my hand doesn't move. You can stop, pendulum. You can stop. All right, so now you're going to reveal the information now for the benefit of Heather. Thank you. Keep going. Not until we get a strong pendulum reading. Okay, so that's your yes. So this is the card that's meant for you, Heather. It's great to be able to confirm it with Spirit, to get the answers. I have yet to find any of my questions or any of my answers to actually not be genuine. I feel there's people out there that are taking advantage of the situation. It's not always about, Oh yeah, the bishop. Remember, we talked about that a few times, about the bishop of the church. I don't like the bishop of the church. He's an egomaniac. He's like, just because I'm in power, it's what I say goes. So he can just take it and go lump it. So then it gets itchy. But yeah, so if there's any questions you really want to ask Heather, you can ask, because the pendulum is working. It's been tuned in. My other one I haven't worn for a little while, which is my black one here. I have this black one here that I use as well. All right, so it's another one of my pendulums. I have a couple different ones. I got my crystal one, and I have that one, and then that's how it goes. And so there you go. So that knowing that your entourage or your offer from the entourage, the crew, is going to be one that you're going to be happy about. Is there anybody else that needs one? Laura, could you please ask if it's a good idea to agree to meet a certain person whose name begins with D in real life? I've been cut off because of over-eagerness. So have you backed off? Really? You're feeling that it's over-eagerness from what party? Your side of the things or their side of the things? Because we'll find out from the cards. Let's ask the cards this question for you. Agree to meet a certain person who's... let's see what's in store. We got the Seven of Wands. Yeah, I can see the over-eagerness coming from your side of things. Or it could be that he's the overeager one and your energies are blocking it because they're not sure about the situation for your own benefit. Maybe he's being the overeagerness, or he's, causing this energy to be created because he has the wands, right? His intentions are good. I get that from him. He'll defend it. He'll honor it. He will stand his ground on situations. Not a lot of swaying will happen with him in regards to making him decide yes or no. He's like, if you know me and I like you or we're hitting it off, then that should be enough of a confirmation for you. Not to, but if he's not answering now, due to your overeagerness, you might have to, apologize for, being overeager in so many words, I guess. But you're definitely not the only person that, female that's in his life. He has a few different ones. Not that he's having relations with them in the sexual contents. But I feel that, he has a lot of attention coming his way, right? That he's not liking the energy that's coming. He's feeling like it's too much for, it's not something that he's looking for. Like, he's not looking for this action to be happening to him. He doesn't really even want anything to do with it. He seems like he wants to just kind of remain single for a little while and kind of get his balance and getting his life figured out for himself first, before committing to someone that wants a relationship. He's not really looking for the relationship, but he is, going to be at least respectful and have conversations. Um, but for now, he feels like he's got too much on his plate, like pushing too many people away in his life right now that aren't understanding or being compassionate or allowing him to have his own personal space at once, not letting him, decide on his own, right? Bottom of the deck is the moon in reverse. So not being shed, there isn't going to be a lot of light shed on this because it is his personal space and we can't mess with his energy, if he's blocking for a reason. Allow him to come to you on his own, but make it so that he can allow him to be approachable to you, right? And just kind of, stay neutral in the experience. Don't be one of the ones that's going to be overbearing. Just kind of switch your mood, switch your kind of pathway into a more calmer, less headache, drama scene. That's what he's looking for. He doesn't want somebody that's got a lot of drama, a lot of baggage, a lot of situations that he has to, come to the rescue for, or has to experiencing because it's not his to experience, it's yours. Okay. So that's what I'm seeing here. He's determined to make it through, but the challenges that are facing him right now are a little bit more important than a relationship, as far as he's concerned. He's got a lot on his plate, and he's not willing to, kind of just let things just slide. He likes to take care of them and make sure that they're done, cut, tied, done. Let's move on to the next one, kind of energy. But yeah, no, he doesn't like to be confrontational. He doesn't like the confrontation. So there you do not be confrontational, or have anybody around him that could be controversial. You know what I mean? Confrontational. I don't know if that's a word, but I just made it up anyway. So just lay back a bit. He's got a lot of people coming at him right now. It could be family, it could be work, it could be numerous things that maybe you didn't, that he hasn't given you the inkling of understanding, or let you know kind of what he's kind of going against. He wants to be handling this on his own. He doesn't want to have other people doing shit for him. Okay, he can handle it. He can take care of it. So just allow him to take care of his personal matters, and just allowing the space to happen, and then, trying to reconnect on that level. You know what I mean? Like allow him to work through his thing, whatever it is, and just sit back. Rebecca Perez, this is for Laura, by the way. Sorry, this is for you, Laura. I hope you figured that one out, though. But yeah, just being in giving in the experience, making yourself available for, if he wants to have somebody to kind of chew their ear off. It's always nice to start a relationship and get to know a person before you really commit inside to the relationship, because then you have, so many other experiences that could be happening at the same time that, you don't really want to miss, but, you want to be committed to someone, but right now they're overcommitted to their situations, I think, is what's going on. And so that's just another burden on them that they really don't want to have a part of. Could very well be. There might be a lot of demands being done at work or with his families or whatever. There's a lot of demands being handed to him right now. Right? No problem, Laura. But yeah, it's just a way you have to, kind of just back off a little bit and allow him to move forward. But now that you have information, you could probably maybe just even start a conversation on that. Just say, I got this weird message that, you should be communicating. And that's from me. You can say who I am. You can tell him who I am that gave you the information if you want. It doesn't matter to me. But he's dealing with a lot right now, which is okay. Everybody has to deal with something in their life, right? Unfortunately, sometimes it's a priority over, relationships or anything like that, right? So, just work from a compassionate friend zone first, and see how it goes. Just be supportive of what he's doing, whatever there is, right? Well, hey, Ashley, how are you? Long time no see, girl. I was not here for the last few days, but I'm back, starting again. Here we go. So, Ashley Boo, how is your day going, and where did you get off to the other day? You showed up late the last time, and I was just like finishing the feed the other day. I didn't get to say hi. I didn't see you till I stopped the stream that you popped in. So yeah. You're very welcome, Laura. You know, it just gives you a little bit of insight. You know, if you need more answers or an in-depth understanding of, you know, what is going to become of if you do end up in a relationship with this person, um, you know. But yeah, so with that all and done, you know, I'm not going to be on here for much longer. I'm already going on like 2 hours here. But yeah, if, you know, I'm glad you are, Ashley. You always seem like you're in a good mood. I try to be in a good mood all the time, but the last little while, it just has not been very balanced for me at all. You know, and going through experiences with, you know, people that are past, almost, I wouldn't want to say past their due date, but, you know, on the last leg of the race kind of thing is what we're going through right now. And it's unfortunate, right? We have to take that good with the bad and, you know, just accept that that's what the universe wants from us, and sometimes just allow it to happen. And there's nothing that you can do that is in your control of anything, unless you allow it to be. All right, so I forgot what the... Oh, you were doing errands. Ah, that's why you were kind of in and out. But okay, so ban. So yeah, so we're gonna see how this goes. See how things go. 2 hours, yes, my darling. They never, you know me, they're never short ones. Like, I just can't get the short ones done. I'm really having a real conflict with them, you know. You know, we got 6 likes for the channel tonight, and I appreciate all the likes, shares, and comments that you guys give. And you know, without you guys, you know, coming in and checking in, and hey, you know, it's a great feeling for everybody to have happiness and positive messages, right? I always try to stay happy, you know, but I'm an emotional crab, you know, so I pick up on all the vibrations, you know, so it kind of sucks, but, you know, I try to do with it what I will, and, you know, for the purpose of spirit to communicate through to the people that need it, that, you know, are still not able to maybe do it on their own, you know, so. Even though I'm kind of okay, but still show I care. Yeah, it's always nice, you know, even when we have too much on our plate, we always have to kind of remember that, you know, we still have friends. We still have people that were part of the situation together. You know what I mean? So Rebecca, could you tell me what are Aries' feelings and thoughts towards me and Gemini? Thank you. All right, let's see what we got in the cards here. Just give me 1 second. Oh. There's baby. All right. I don't have these swatches up here. Hang on 1 second. No, it's right here. All right, for 1 second. I'm just gonna... All right, so I'm back. Yeah, I just had to step away from it. I was being paged. Okay, so let's see what's in the cards for you, Rebecca. Sorry about the delay on that one. Right, here. Oh, okay. Okay, so you want to know what's going on with your Aries connection. All right, so I feel there's balance in the relationship. Definitely, you know, you guys give and you take from the relationship in a positive note. You're supportive of each other. You know, you've always Okay, so let's see what's going on for Rebecca. What's going on with her connection? So this could be a connection with anybody that spirits and guides want you to know, or there's messages that you need to maybe kind of reevaluate situations with that come through the cards. So we're going to start with seeing what spirit has for messages in regards to the situation that you're inquiring about with your Aries fella. So what's up with the Aries fella? Is he potential? Does he have the potential though? That's what they want to know. Does he have the potential? Has the potential? I didn't notice this until now, but there's two cards that came out. And I'm going to use them. I'm taking them. Because we have the Sun card and we have the Nine of Pentacles. So there's him. There's his energy. Here's your energy. Little goddess you. And then you have the young energy that likes to be spontaneous, new. And this new energy is coming towards you. And you're going to be just like, you're going to stop and you're going to be like, how did this happen? Like, how would I know this personally? How do I know this? Is because the spirit and energies have said so, within the cards. It's a good connection, that much. And they're liking the idea of, being, in a relationship with an amazing person, beautiful, sexual, like everything works in regards to connection. But maybe he's not quite ready. I don't think he's, you know what I mean? Like, it's a young energy. I don't think he's kind of yet at that level. You know what I mean? Like, he's still full of, I'm going to do what I want to do, single minute, for a minute. And, but I'm going to enjoy it. I want to have it with enjoyment with someone. So that could be your Nine of Pentacles, you coming out, being, oh shoot, my phone's going to die here. So if we get cut off, we're going to suck because I don't have a way to keep it going otherwise. Let's see if we can. Let's see if I can get it to work. I'm only running on like 2% here. Okay, so. And it's a finicky charger, and it just really drives me nuts. Okay, why is it not charging? There we go. Okay, it's charging. Whew. Okay, so we have it charging. Good. Okay, so we're charging. We're still able to move forward. All right, so back to the reading. There's his energy and your energy. And he's liking the idea of, taking a different way, like choosing a different path for once and just kind of letting, the universe that's behind him kind of push him forward into, a forward movement, right? Giving him the kind of like, get going, you know what I mean? Like, kind of get moving on that horse of yours that you got. Don't stay around too long or enjoy that horse too long. Because this might end up, you might miss the train on this one. So here's you on the horse. Here's the masculine on the horse. Here's you in the garden. And he's like, well, should I or shouldn't I? He's very indecisive right now. But, he's got to go like this to you because you want to be chased and you don't want to be just giving in right away. You want him to actually chase you and have a reason, to be able to want you and the desire to want to chase and you being, receiving of the energy, right? So ouch, I screwed my shoulder again today. It really hurts. Let's see what's going on with this connection. Is there a blocker or something going on between the two of you? That, you both are looking straight ahead and you're looking forward. Like you're looking forward into, whatever your perception right now is as far as this person is concerned. They're wanting to make a choice with you and you're there. Did you see that? This is what I get. So seeing if this is the right connection and if there's any compatibility between the two of you. Is it been mostly one-sided communication? Are you both communicating? I think you're both just kind of looking forward, watching where you're going right now, and keeping it forward, right? the changes in your life. There you go. The box said it. It's a life. Um, it's a new avenue, new energy. So what's going on with this connection? What is it? And it's a Ten of Pentacles. You go to Ten of Pentacles. And on that card, there's lovers in the back. In the background, there's lovers. People choosing to be with whoever they want at this point after experiencing, the change. That you guys are actually going to be compatible. That if you move in the right directions and follow, how your heart is feeling towards this person, allowing yourself to be able to communicate the expression of your feelings to this person, whether it be by in person or by a text or by any means possible to get the communication part going. You have a lot of people looking after, like you've got a grandpa kind of energy here looking after babies so that, the parents can go out and have a nice relaxing time just together and reconnecting each other. Like the blessings are to come, okay? So you could end up in this relationship and end up being with a child within a short period of time. You might end up getting pregnant from this relationship and actually having a baby with this person in regards to it. Or it's a dream that you both are connecting on, that you both are seeing exactly what you want in the future for relationships. And you guys are seeing eye to eye, but you don't realize that you're right there eye to eye already. Okay, so and keep wishing. Like maybe that's why the spirit box said wishing. Okay, you were wishing for this. You've been wishing a long time for this. You've been wanting to prove yourself to this person, and just even getting them to look your way, to understand you. But you guys will end up bumping into each other. I don't know how. There's no way that you can miss this connection. This is already probably happening as we speak. Like you're just, like you're not too focused on that energy all the time, because it may be a different connection, right? The guy in the Ten of Pentacles has dark hair, while the other one has blonde, right? So, it's hard to say which, great, it's hard to, make a decision to whoever you want to be with, but it has to be reciprocated, and that's the part that you're having maybe the hardest time with, is you're not being reciprocated in the loving that you've been giving, but be sure that somebody is receiving a good vibration from both of you. The potential and the idea of what can come in the future, that you guys are maybe going to have a sit down and be seriously talking about relationships and where you want it to go and what your expectations are of the partner, and making sure that those are understood clearly before you get into union, right? And we might have somebody that's going to come in and interfere. That was that card that just jumped out and didn't hit the ground. Didn't bring it into the reading, because we don't need any disruptions within our energy. Okay. So when is this communication or connection going to show itself? Oop. Oh, and look at that. Two of Cups. There you go. So this is definitely happening. This is a definite connection that is happening. Whether it's, I don't feel it's far away, but it is going to be the masculine that's going to come forward with an offer. And you've been waiting for this moment, wishing and wishing and wishing, and to finally get this person to actually look you in the eyes and make an offer of a relationship, is exactly what you've been waiting for. That's what you've been waiting for. You've been waiting for this moment to happen. And there's nothing stopping you. You are moving in that direction. The funny thing is, this Two of Cups is backwards. Okay. When you revealed yourself as a spirit energy to this connection, one manifested into a masculine, and somebody manifested from a feminine position. Now, the oddity in this relationship is that you were in touch with your altered energy, because now it's showing in this one as the opposite. Okay. the little boy that was blonde was the masculine version that needed to grow up within your spiritual realm. Your spiritual self, the masculine, was still young, hasn't been, worked with a lot, but you need to start working with it because it's going to assist you in the long run. And that goes for the same for the masculine that's getting in touch with his feminine side. It's going to make a benefit of both of you doing this extra work for this connection to be understood by you. You being the female, understanding the male's point of view from being in a male position prior to the relationship, spiritually, and then for the female to understand, to make it grow into a natural and beautified energy. You had to get in touch with your feminine side. So the one that was masculine now is feminine, and now the feminine one is now the masculine. Okay, so it's been switched places, like energy-wise. You've learned to understand the other female or male energy. You're able to kind of dissect it and say, listen, this is the male energy coming at me, and this is the female energy coming at me. Now, how do I make them work together? That's your personal connection is needs to be mended, and then you can connect with another person that's extended, right? But being in touch with both sides, you're suitable for each other. You both have the same desires. Both have the I'm not taking this. Opportunities are coming towards you. Okay, the Two of Cups is now, as far as I can see, energy that's had to heal. It's allowing the masculine energy to come through to be part of this situation, and understanding of, your masculine and feminine side. You need to be in touch with before, things can happen in a positive note. Like, you don't want to enter into a relationship that doesn't have the balance in it to begin with. So we're going to just ask Spirit for one more card, please, as to the direction for this. If they choose to go down the same path, what is the result going to be? Is it going to end up being a Two of Cups energy? Do you want it to be a Two of Cups energy where somebody's making an offer, whether it be you or the other person? I think is what you're wishing for. There's a lot of messages, lots and lots of messages here. We're going to focus just on the Two of Cups energy right now. That's all I want to know about. Two of Cups energy, please. Spirit and guides, please give me just the just. All right, so the King of Wands is a masculine energy. So he's definitely determined to make this happen. Like, he's got that little, I am going to make this work. I don't care how much it takes to make this energy work, but I'm going to make it work, damn it. That's a fire sign. That could be a fire sign energy that's showing up. It could be a person in the result of, standing their ground and enjoying, the spiritual moments with you. Right? But he's determined. He is a determined masculine energy that, can be ruthless when it comes to love. Right? He'll be ruthless to get you. He will fight everything to get you to be part of his connection. And there's the Ace of Wands. We've got the King of Wands and we've got the Ace of Wands. So this Ace of Wands is you, and you're unveiling yourself to the connection. You're taking and removing situations that no longer suit you, that are just going to hinder the growth of yourself. So now it's time to unwind, let go of some of the stuff and just appreciate the beauty within that, the little butterfly can teach you so much just by seeing and thinking about how a butterfly, I can't even say the word for them. What do you call them? I can't even remember what they call them when that little fuzzy thing. Not snail, but there's, I can't even remember what the hell they're called. Are you kidding me? Really? Lord. But it's not the pupa. Pupa? Or no. Caterpillar. That's it. Ding. It's like, kind of watching the mystery of a butterfly becoming a butterfly, and, being a caterpillar, a total different kind of energy going from grounding to air. You know what I mean? Like, you might be dealing with an air sign, and, in order for that to work, some things have to be revealed and moved on. You have to change, you have to morph, into a higher setting of yourself. But the butterfly has a lot to teach, just in the relation to it going from a caterpillar into a butterfly, and how that magic kind of works for them spiritually. Is just, it's just wrapping your head around certain things. Things are just going to come at you that you're just going to question and go, really? Like, I didn't know that. Like, I get my blonde moments once in a while, but it's definitely, you're attracting the positive. You're attracting beauty. You're attracting difference. You're not looking at it as like, it's a colorful picture. You're not just putting it as black and white, like, which a lot of people like have a tendency to happen to look through life as black and white. Okay? So definitely, and I think this energy that you're intermingling with, this massive male energy that has, an ego for love and determination. He's very intimate with people, but he likes to have a relationship that's intimate to him, and it's just his. Okay, he doesn't want to share it. Doesn't want people to know. But he's willing to have it. And he's excited that once he finds you, which just below this is where he landed. He saw you, and oh, it's time to roll in on that one. That's the one that I want. I want the beauty. I want the grace. I want everything amazing, that I can move with. The pentacles and stuff. We just had some jump cards run out. Okay, so give me 1 sec. Oh, 1 second. Even though it hit the floor, music stopped when we hit the floor. So let's see what the overall energy is going to be for this situation. Help. Oh, who needs help? Who needs help? Who is needing help? Somebody's asking for help, guys. Oh, and then we have the Ten of Wands showing up. So this person is going to make their way. This could be we have a lot of wand energy going through here. I feel a lot of air energy and fire energy going on here. Not a lot of earth, not a lot of water, but I'm seeing air and fire. But I definitely see there's changes that are coming. Like, you're changing. You're opposite the butterfly, and he's opposite the King of Wands. So he's working on developing himself to a more loving, compassionate situation, and just wants to be able to share it with someone that sees on the same level. That sees the difference between air and fire and water, and everybody that understands that, right, is what I'm feeling here. But he's at the hotel. No, we're not at no hotel. But then it says old. There could be a person that's older than you, for sure. Not much older, I would say, within a 10-year frame of mind. There is a definite age difference between the two of you, is what I'm getting now. But there's been a lot of spiritual work that's been done too. And he doesn't want to approach until he has this offer done. Like we've got the wands in reverse, and it came down below the Two of Cups. Like this person is putting everything on hold for the answer. So this could be either somebody coming at you with an engagement offer, because he's got everything ready, packed and go to, once you say go, he'll go. Once you say come, he'll come. He'll be determined to be the one on the other side of that Two of Cups. Whatever it takes to be with you, he's willing to do it. He's willing to support it and try to help you understand it too, to help him understand it. But I think there's going to be very and I don't say this, I haven't ever experienced this feeling, but just told me that he will do everything in his power on the sexual line for you without having to go anywhere. Like, his offer is, you know, I'm loyal, I want this, and I'm determined to get this, but only when you're willing to accept, the energy that's coming through. But he's willing to, shift to whatever area you want him to, and to be at your beck and call kind of thing. So this could be another energy that's popped in, but he's determined to win. So it's like a battle between somebody and the King of Wands. The Ten of Wands is moving towards, the castle part. This person has worked hard to get, what he needs to learn in life, has been given. So the King of Wands is now being able to take his position as a king, because he's done all the work. He's spiritually is ready for whatever challenges come up, and he's willing to take every single one of them on. Right? You guys are talking so much right now. Is the connection going to be stable, though? That's the question. I don't feel that, there's not really any concern for the stability in it. But there may be a mischievous person working. Maybe this person has gone and taken a position that they weren't given yet, and that the real king's on his way. They're just trying it out, see what it's like. Like, what is it like to feel like a king in life? But, he's wearing like loose pants. Like, he's not even, he's only got the robe that the king wears, and the staff, and the throne that he sits on. And I feel that this person that's coming through that's not there is going to make a rude awakening for the person that's sitting as a wannabe king. Okay, he wants to be king, but it won't be being king with you, but he's visualizing it to be. So he's visualizing you and him together, but that is not going to be the connection. The connection is still on its way. So don't take the first one. Don't take the first option. There's going to be other options for you that are going to benefit you, and are going to work with you. Yeah, it's called Monday. Yeah, you're going to be looking for the person that has class. You're going to look for that person, because the person that's trying to fill the shoes of the King of Wands, it's not even in your class level. Okay, that's why they're able to be anywhere. They're just kind of the bottom of the barrel. Middle-aged. But we don't want this King of Wands to have access to any information. It's just going to make use of you. It's going to use you for whatever it can, and then toss you to the curb is what I'm getting. He's got the devious smile that he gets everything he wants, and he's going to make sure he gets this one. He wants to tap that, okay? But he's not going to, because you're not going to let him in your dimension. It's not who you want. You're still waiting. But the Ten of Wands has the class. He has the knowledge, and he has the tools that he is bringing with him to be able to make it, as a partner. He's willing to come forward to you, which is, a genuine male, way of courting someone, right? He's going to come with whatever he can to offer with you, to build a life with you. And you're going to find out who this other person is, though, before that happens. Before that happens, there's going to be someone that makes an approach to you that's fake. They're not all what they say. They're not all what they do. But the one that is on his way is honorable, keeps his honor. Okay, so are you guys going to go and travel too? Have at it. But yeah, he's definitely moving us forward to you. Okay, he's going to create you and work with you, because that's what his goal is that castle in the far distance, is to make it lovable and something that he could build for the both of you. So, castle in the sky, Aries energy. Again, a lot of Aries. Stay away from the fire sign. Stay away from him. You're going to get burned if you do. If you do hang out with it, it's going to end up burning you, and it's going to cost you. So try to stay away from it. To stay away from the fire. Stay away from the fire energy. It's not what you want. It's going to make use of you, and you're going to get burned. Just remember that. Like the Ten of Wands has a little bit more knowledge. He's more worthy of being presented to you and allowing you to make a decision for yourself. Though you can either choose the fire sign and get burned, or you can choose the Ten of Wands and have an amazing life. Right? So it's totally up to you how you want to play your cards. How do you want to play this out? It's totally your call. So you can either go, come, or not even, take any of it. Just leave it. I don't know. It's up to you. This is where you are sitting right now. And I personally, if it was me, I would definitely wait. Yes, definitely wait. Yeah, it's not too long. It won't be too much of a wait. It'll get answered. The universe will provide you with an answer. So I'm going to ask the universe to provide an answer when it's required, or that's going to help her move in the direction of, that's beneficial to her and not be, may protect her and her pentacles and all her worth, because she's worth it. So watch out for her. All right? So yeah. I could definitely wanting to wait, but that at the middle of this reading is exactly the Two of Cups is at the center of this. So this is the center that you're wanting to move towards, but you're just not feeling the energy with the others that are trying to. Right? They're trying to get with you. You don't want them. You have your eyes set. You have your expectations of the man that you want in your life. Write it down. Emphasize it to the universe and say, I want these qualities. I want these qualities, and just request them. You're going to get what you deserve in time. Okay. But it's electric. It's going to be like, wow. That's going to be, you're going to know when you end up having that experience, right? Okay, so does that help you at all, Rebecca? I'm just wondering if that resonates at all with you. What the hell? That freaks me out when people go by like that. And it's just a dark shadow. It freaks me out. It really freaks me out. Reminds me of that frickin' night that I had that dream and I was being chased down the street with people throwing, daggers at me before doing my spirituality, right? And then I fought a djinn inside my house. That was weird. It was something else. Over here. Thank you, Ashley, for being so on it for me. I really appreciate it. That's a combustion. I heard it though. Yeah, or the other. What's that noise? A ringing noise? Chimes or something. Sounds like bells. What? On the channel or? Weird. Graveyard. No, we don't want to go hang out in the graveyard tonight, do we, people? No, I'm good, thanks.
Stay.
Yeah, I'll stay. You guys go have fun though. Go rip up the graveyard all you want. Go and enjoy it. Go find some energies to play with. Go play in traffic. No, I'm kidding. Don't go play in traffic. Not that it would matter, but anyway, we don't want to have to recycle you through there again. There's definitely protection around you, though. There's definite energy that's looking out in your favor, that's protected you from, having to experience this other side of things, the King of Wands. It's falsifying his king energy when the king's been out collecting and gathering, the Ten of Wands, and working hard to, make sure that his queen, or soon to be queen, is going to be, comfortable with what she has for her life, right? Because you definitely have the benefits and you got the quality. So that's however you want to take that one, or however you want to apply it in your life, by all means, take it and apply it. Really look at it and weigh out your prospects. Because your prospects are going to be many. It's not just two. As I mentioned, there's not just two. But that's all I can do for like 5 minutes of reading. Even though it was longer than 5 minutes, but oh well. Okay, so where's everybody? I only see Ashley in my chat. What's going on? Ashley's the only one here, I guess. Yay. How will I meet my divine masculine? When he's ready to meet you. Obviously, if you're not having communication yet, you haven't met. Have you been putting your energy to the universe to bring him to you, or are you supposed to be seeking him out? It's totally how you're going to do this. How do you want it to happen? How are you going to know your DM? Do you even have an understanding that divine masculine also is a personal divine masculine part of you that needs to be acknowledged before you even meet your DM? There's the balance, the duality that is in you internally as well as externally. Right? You have to understand that it doesn't mean just your divine masculine that you're going to go and be a mate with. It's even looking at your own divine masculine self to be able to be a balance in your life that you can correlate with a divine masculine at that point. You understand? You have to have the duality within yourself and to be able to allow that to shine through so that you have an understanding of what, your divine masculine is as a person. Just acknowledging that you have a masculine part energy, right, left, situation for yourself that you have to acknowledge before you'll end up meeting your soul partner. And a lot of work that has to be done prior to that. And that if that divine masculine is not in a relationship, because I don't deal with divine masculine stuff, because I don't think it's fair for women to be manifesting somebody out of a relationship that they may very well be happy in. Right? Those are the kind of the downfall kind of points that I realized when I was dealing with mine. It's not something you just order up like a cheeseburger, but it can. But if you want to try and order up a cheeseburger and get a divine masculine to carry it for you to you, I'll go on. Go ahead. I don't have any things to really want to fight the divine masculine energy for. It's totally your call. You're in control of that. If you're looking for your divine masculine, you know that you already have interacted with it, then obviously, because it wouldn't just happen, right? When will I reconcile with my past lover? Whenever he feels that it's ready time for you guys to reconcile at all. You always have to think of the other person prior to thinking of yourself, because that's the person you want to connect with. You need to realize if he's in a happy relationship, you're going to destroy that. It's not going to work very well as far as a partnership in the future together. It won't. You have to be very careful of that. And a lot of people aren't told that, but what I'm telling you, the divine masculine is going to still do what he's going to do when you haven't even understood what a divine masculine energy could be like and experiencing, his energy as a masculine male. Not saying that you have to go and have a sex change and all that kind of stuff, but putting you in a point of perception from a man's point of view is what your DM personally has to be dealing with. So you understand the divine masculine on a more divine level of experience, and you know what you're talking about. You know how to connect with that person. With him, divine feminine is the one that they have to work on, because they start out as a man, they get the feminine side, then you have a full conscious understanding of women and men and how they correlate, but you can't do it without having both right and left side of you working together, right? You can have both sides, or be working from one side and be able to switch to the divine masculine if you're required to, right? You got to really do your homework on the DM. It's not just saying give me the DL on the DM, please, because if you don't even understand the initial DM, which is you being both, you're not going to achieve. It's bizarre. It's true. You never can show enough compassion. And men don't really, deal with emotions well, so that's, easy to, look at it. And when you want to reconcile, if he's open to the option, sure. If he's not open to the option, you'll know. If he's made any advances towards you that seem like a solid situation could come out of it without, ruining anything, you know what I mean? It's totally your call, right? I don't know why are you so why I'm feeling like you're very depressed. Right? No, I have meditation Celtic music on, Ashley. That's what I have on. So there you go.
Tell me what. Morning, good to you, Michelle.
So yeah. So yeah. So it's whatever you want to make of it. Yeah. You're either going to, be happy with what you have, or, you're just going to go through life unsettled and never happy. If you don't do your self-healing, your self-help, your self-energy, to keep it in check, it's not going to, you're just going to be exhausted all the time. Oh, yeah, because I've got the vibrations going as well, right, to channel and stuff, so. It probably was something in the music that I had on. If anybody else can offer Shasi Sharma any advice on this DM thing and the duality within yourself, by all means, go ahead. That might be more knowledgeable in regards to that than I am. But the way I look at with my past lovers, I think they're exes and they should just stay exes. I don't want them back. I don't need them. I already had my life experience, or my experience in this lifetime with them. What would I want more? It's not something that I, ponder every day either. Oh, PG, where have you been? I haven't seen PG here for a long time, dude. What's going on? Yeah, and if you want, more information, by all means, send me an email. Let's see. No, I'll check my emails after this. After tonight's session, I'm only going to do. So PG, you're the last person. I'm not taking any more. Alexandra, you're before PG. I'm not going to be answering any more questions after PG is the end of the line. So, tell them that. Oh, so you're completely new? Meaning new as into your spirituality, or you're new to YouTube, or what is this? That you mean that you're completely new? I took a break. That's awesome, PG. I wish I could take a long needed oasis down to China. I mean, not China, but on a nice cruise, Yes, ma'am. Oh, alrighty. So you want to know, what was your question again?
You done something?
Did you have a question, or in regards to your reading? Okay. Oh, to my channel. Okay. So yeah, by all means, ask a question. You're more than welcome to. We can either do it via your question or me just do a cold read on you completely. But that picks up anything that needs to be worked on. But we'll let you do whatever you wish to do if you want to ask a question or not. That's totally your call. I gotta have something to eat here soon. Okay, I want to be done this like in 7 minutes. Can I do it in 7 minutes, you think? All right, let's do this. We are going to we're gonna get your answer for you without even having to ask the question. Let's blow your mind because you're a new sub, so we have to help you understand how this channel works really quick. It happens fairly fast. Things can change even in the time that I'm doing the reading. Okay, perceptions and ideas and everything will go as far as it's concerned. Alright, so let's see what's in the cards for you today, Alexandra. Let's see what Spirit has in regards to solutions, problems, situations that may be showing up or revealing themselves as connections or spiritual connections that you're requiring an understanding to. Okay, so you're new to the channel. Of course, you would have to be the one that takes all the cards, right? So, and if you're new, everything's kind of turned upside down. You're kind of feeling hopeless a little, maybe right now. It seems that everything just kind of got switched on you. I'm feeling that, the relationship that you could have or may have been in, there was a lot of anger, a lot of abuse going on, and wishing that that person got dealt their karma after breaking your heart. This is the outcome. So the situation is not going to come out in a positive light. The only thing that's going to give you any salvation right now is the Four of Cups. That's the only one that's going to give you any benefit right now. Everything else is in reverse. So you got the Hangman in reverse, you got the World card. Everything is not going as you wanted it to in your life, and that's where the universe has to come in and intervene in somebody's spiritual journey. The Four of Cups. Finding somebody that's going to listen to all the wishes and dreams that you had. It just wasn't there. The relationship just wasn't there. You have the Moon card, the Karma card, and then you got the Seven of Wands in reverse. Not drawing into your energy, not pulling out your own personal energy to help manifest positive things in your life. You're just going at a whim at everything, and not getting like a stable connection with yourself, and to understand yourself, that you feel good in your own skin. But I feel that this relationship that did or didn't happen wasn't being seen as a relationship. I think the other person wasn't really wanting that, but you could have, and you poured your heart out to this person. You gave this person almost every little part of you, just for them to kind of trample on and take advantage of. But karma hasn't been raised yet, but it will. The universe is going to take care of that karma energy. There's too much aggression with this person that you're experiencing, and you just don't want to have to deal with aggression or just a continual battle with every day. You're getting tired of the arguments, or the situation's just worn its course, right? And you've they knew nothing at all. So who didn't know nothing is the question. So there you go. So I don't even need to have you even give me any information. I already can tell you exactly that this relationship is just it's too weighted. It's not in support of you. It's not doing the work in spite of you asking for the experience to be able to work through. It's throwing you the whole goddamn relationship at you. Okay, and this is energy you have to work through. Like you're gonna have to heal yourself from. The hangman being in reverse. You got the world in reverse. So everything is coming crashing down. It's almost like a tower moment for you. Everything is just being wiped. Like everything just boom, that's it. And you're just sitting there going, what the fuck just happened? Like how did I end up in this situation? But the signs and everything were there. The signs were all there. You weren't listening. You were not taking an objective stance outside the relationship to make it want to, do it the proper way. You know what I mean? Like it's too much giving and not enough getting. And it's, there's not much more to get, okay, when you have that unfortunate heartbreak here. And it's unfortunate we have to experience that, but you're actually working very well at doing this, okay? You're going to be okay. You will manage your way through it, but you're going to have to take some time to go through it and be selective on next time when you want to get involved with somebody. Always ask your guides and everybody, what they think, and maybe not follow your personal choices, but allowing the universe to interact with it. I think is why you didn't let it happen that way. You just took it and ran with it and didn't pay any caution to what you were enveloping on. But he will be revealed for what he is. The Seven of Wands, he's going to be revealed. He's going to have, people in correlation to the experience not willing to be part of it. Right? So your best bet is to walk away with what you have. Unfortunately, it's not the person that you love or that was willing to love you at that time. It may come up later on when this person's had a rude awakening into the arrogance, the ego, that he's all worthy of anything and just trample down your spirit. That's not the way you work in this world. It doesn't work that way. So unfortunately, his karma is going to hit him. The card said so. Karma's coming. Karma's coming. He's going to need all the ones he can to fight off this one. Spirituality has got a real rude awakening for him. He's going to hit that and he's going to be like, what the fuck just happened? He's going to hit a brick wall. And there's going to be people standing around saying, calling him out for what he is, the energy-wise. That could be an awakening with his own shadows and his own demons that he has to work through. And he's taken them all on, not even understanding why they're there or the lesson that was learned from them, right? But he's not feeling like he's not feeling it. He's not feeling the emotion that's tied to it yet, and it's going to come up. It's going to come up in the fashion of a past relationship that also ended the same way, and it's going to make him realize the routine and everything is not in his favor. Okay, he's going to be called out. So just be wary of him. Be careful. Be safe. We don't like dealing with people that have aggression issues, but just let the universe kind of handle it. Just walk away. And even though I can tell you to walk away, just even if it's a temporary thing, right? Just go and heal within yourself first, and then you can see with you don't have the rose-colored glasses on from the relationship, and you see everything for what it is, and what its intentions were for you to learn, what lesson you needed to learn. As to not being so available to people. Okay, is one of the lessons. The second one, I feel that you don't allow time to actually think out the situation first, but start thinking the situation before you get in it. Really, it'll help. Okay, and then you've got the Moon card in reverse. So emotion is not going to be shown here. There's no emotion that needs to be shown here. It's in reverse, so it's going backwards. Okay. Then you have the Karma card that's tallying up all the karma, and the karma is going to end up coming out probably for him more than it will be for you. And then you have on the bottom the King of Pentacles. So there's definitely somebody that's trying to look out for you, that has a little bit more, that's a little bit more powerful energy-wise than he is, that you maybe turn to. You know, you guys keep quiet over there. You guys are laughing behind my back. But, you know, this person does care. This is a person that you can go and find a support to. And whoever is the King of Pentacles that, you know, has all these qualities for you to be able to even just talk to. You know, it's like a king running his kingdom, right? You have the king sitting there and he's waiting for something to do. He's there because of all his subjects, even said on the box just now. But all his kingdom, it matters. All of it matters. Okay, so he's seeing everything externally as everything that matters, including you, because you're part of that kingdom of that he's overseeing. Okay, that he can turn to and ask for, you know, spiritual guidance from too as well. That this masculine energy that you're trying to understand, you might walk into somebody that's more able to give you that understanding better than, you know, anybody, right? But take the advice of whatever he gives you. Take it for a third, second degree, first or second valuation. You know, check with a few options. You know, a few different sources of the energy, right, and see what you get, and then follow with whatever feels comfortable for you, and is, you know, the best experience. You know, but this is all turned upside down. It's not worth the energy that you want to put into it. It's just not there. Not on his part. On your part, yeah, there is. You're patiently waiting. Everything that he has a problem with, you're there to be able to be an ear to lean on. A person that's going to listen to his, you know, moments that he's kind of having a hard time with. But when it comes to you, there's nothing. There's nothing. There's absolutely nothing being reciprocated, unfortunately. But you're better off getting the non-sugar coated version, you know, now, and then you can go and see how this is correlating with a bunch of other tarot card readings, and then you can come back and tell me that, you know, you were off, you're dead off, you know, like it's no big deal. To me, it's no big deal because I'm not engaged in it, but feeling your energy right now and trying to be compassionate, I think that you're going to be stubborn in this as well. I think you're going to not want to let go because your hope and your dreams are so invoked in this person that you're having a hard time pulling away. Okay, that's the other thing that you know is hard, and it is. I'm not saying it's easy, but you know we are trying to avoid the, you know, having this experience really harshly. That, you know, it'll be kind of a little bit less of a stressor when you have a little bit knowledge, right? Find out, talk to other people, talk to other tarot card readings. There's lots of them around, and let me know. You know, I just want the best for you, and so does Spirit, and all the energies are looking out for you as well. So take out what you may from it, and you know, weigh out the odds, right? And it's, you know, you either will or you won't. Even though you're just stuck on you will. I think you're stuck on, yeah, you're going to stick it around. You're going to, you know, endure it. But the question is it worth enduring when there's no feeling? That would be my concern. That would definitely be my concern. Okay? But, you know, just be grateful. You know, you have an opportunity to experience it and be, you know, it's your choice. You have whatever you want to do, and whatever information that you want to use. You know, any energy that you want to use from the universe, request it. Just ask answers. Ask one line question answers, like that you can get, you know, a sign or something's going to pop out at you in regards to, you know, direction. Okay? Don't just flow with the wind. Don't just go with the wind and say, throw it all in the air, let the universe decide for me. It's not what you want. Because the universe doesn't necessarily have to give you anything in return. Okay? The world card's in reverse. It's also maybe because you've been staying in this energy for some time, and even though you've gotten the direction possibly prior to this experience right now, you know, that you didn't allow the world to even have a part of it, or to be able to be respectful to your energies because you're maybe new to the whole thing. But I think that you're looking at life in a different rose-colored glass than what they're looking at it through. Okay, and that's what I'm seeing. That's what I. All right. Yeah. Yeah, there is plenty of fish. There definitely is, you know. But make sure that you're doing it with good intentions and not having to settle for something that, you know, just isn't working. And then you're stuck in the same predicament again of trying to get out of, you know, you get too attached to people um, within relationships. You're too you put too much into the relationship. Like, you know, you're showing your being at a person's beck and call when they want you there. Snap, snap. You know, nah, don't do it. Don't do the snap, snap. Please don't. um, you know, so just really work on yourself and just weigh it out. You know, it's not an easy. It's never. There's never an easy fix to when relations come to an end. Um, we're definitely, you know, it's just like losing. You know, you can even have a intimate relationship, like a loving relationship with a pet dog that gets taken from you, and you just like fall to pieces because it was your everything. You had, you know, this little person that wanted to be with you all the time. That, you know, was your friend, your companion. You know, someone you can talk to. You know, like simple things like that in life shouldn't be taken for granted. Seriously. You want to take it for granted, then it's not going to last. It's not going to be there for long. You take advantage of it for too long, it's just going to give up on you. Right? I think I'm in a karmic cycle. I mean, unless it's the other person I'm dealing with. As far as yours, Ashley, I think that yours, you really have to seriously weigh out the, like I'm saying, also to this one, a lot of cards coming upside down. So, you know, we've got this. I think it's today or tomorrow. We have the retrograde, Mercury retrograde coming in, and I think that's what's happening. Is why these cards are all coming upside down is because it's sending us backwards. We're doing backflips, and we're having to go back to the experience. And a lot of people aren't willing to do that. You're not willing to go in and look at it all. It's you know, it's past energy, energy that you don't want to have to deal with anymore, that you can let go and just let the universe handle it. You know, the negativity, there's just so much negativity out there the last little while, like a lot of negative vibes that I've picked up on as well. But nobody's willing to take the experience and say, okay, well, what did I learn from that? Did I learn anything at all from that? And if you did, then you'll know. If you didn't, well, you know, hopefully you do. You kind of look into it and see it for the value that it is, right? And just, you got to really look after yourself. Don't go jumping into, you know, asking if, you know, this person's going to come back. Why, you know, because you don't want him to come back. You don't need it. You don't need the headaches. Nobody does. It's not fair to anybody to have to deal with that energy at all, you know, but you can't teach them, you know, when you're involved with them. You know, they change their whole energy changes when they come through, right? But they'll be, you know, if they don't stop, you know, they'll be, you know, hightailing it out. You know, when you start talking about spirituality and healing and stuff, you know, that's your personal aspect. That's personal to you, and that's personal. As we like to leave it that way, that's your information. You know, I'm not going to go very deep. I don't want to. I don't want to get it into that situation and being, you know, with all of it. I won't give you all of that because it's not public information or publicly needing to know. You know, it's very so yeah, so like I said, in regards to the reading that came through, it is masculine getting in touch with the divine feminine within yourself internally. And then it'll be the masculine female or divine females that are going to be experiencing the mask, or the mass. I can't even think of it. The word. The divine masculines are going to experience the divine feminine energy, and the divine feminine is going to experience the divine masculine energy. So you're switching roles. Is almost what it's teaching you, the lesson of what it's like to be in another person's shoes. What's going on that they're not communicating? Is it worth, you know, even bringing up so we don't have to have an argument, whatever it be? And like Aaliyah, you ask if your ex is bad for me. How would I know? The cards will tell me, but you know, if he's been bad for you, you would know that you wouldn't want to return. So it shouldn't even come across your consciousness at all. just yourself, having your dignity and everything, still part of you, right? And it's hard. It's really, everybody's going through these stages, but nobody's willing to give any supportive answers to anybody. They're just generalizing it, right? You can't work within. And I had this experience, I guess it was probably 3 years ago that I experienced the divine masculine and the divine female all rolled up into one. That's when I got in tune with both sides. Dual, I have a masculine, I have a female side. We all have a positive and a negative. Whichever the negative happens to take on for that day is what it takes on. There's nothing that's saying that it's bad for that to happen. There's nothing saying that, you have to worry about anything, but it's being safe in your own skin. If you're not feeling safe even in your own skin with all this shit going on around you, you're in trouble. You're in serious trouble. So you need to get in touch with your divine parts of you. I'll just say parts because different people have different, sexuality and interests and stuff like that, right? So I just want to make sure that you understand, it's not going out and finding a divine masculine. Okay, this is the one part people don't listen to. Your divine masculine is your divine masculine within yourself, the other half of you, right? Then you can go out and look externally for it. Once you have completed that, then you get to go and endure the outside world as a dual person and understand. World looks differently when you actually look from a divine masculine. If you're a divine female and you put on those glasses that are divine masculine, your whole world changes. It doesn't sometimes change in the better nature of it, but it will give you direction. It will show you what it's like. It'll show you, it'll reveal itself to you, whether it be through dream, meditation, whatever, of what it's like to be in the masculine shoes. And it's applying that now in my relationship where I can take care of myself. I can do this on my own. I've got the divine part. I understand that, they're total different ends of the spectrum, but at the same point, they're able to come together so that I can be of sound mind and heart and everything else. My flow up and down, whatever it is keeping me balanced now. And being acknowledgeable to that energy is very important. You can't just decide and then forget it, right? Right? So it's hard. But, you have to move it forward. You have to understand it and you have to take it internally and evaluate it. Your life becomes a little more easier when you have both sides of the fence and you're walking down the middle, but you can actually take on whatever energy comes at you if you're balanced, right? Nothing will knock you off that fence, whether it be divine masculine in a relationship anymore, but you'll have the balance and the security to be able to walk that fence line and not have to worry about getting shot off one side or shot off to the other side, or pulled off into the experience, because you'll be a lot stronger soul. You're able to walk down that middle and you could, have things coming at you and you just like titanium, and it just bounces off. It's like bing, 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 and things are just kind of hitting you and you're just not even phasing yourself with it is the best way to approach things sometimes. The divine masculine part, right? Divine masculine does not deal with a lot of drama or issues. So you learn to work from a divine masculine kind of energy and just be like, fuck that, whatever, because we're wanting to be in tune. And then your divine female will be like, oh no, having a little meltdown because things aren't going as planned. It's never planned. You can try to plan, but I can guarantee you that it's something that'll screw that plan up every time. Lately, it's been like that. You make plans to do something, and then it's like, you got doing other things, and other things had to be done inside of that. Like we're always continually moving. We're motion. We are a piece of, we're not a couch. We don't stay stationary. We move. We interact. We move around this chessboard, if you want to call it, within our strength, within our power, right? Nothing can take you down unless you want it to. You let that weakness shine through. You can let it shine through, and hey, other people will start becoming more emotional and understanding how much better they do feel after they've gone through that. Oh, it's great. I have my days where I'm good. I have my days where I'm just losing it. I'm having my days where, everything that could go wrong in the daytime can go wrong, and it's just because it's what it was teaching me, patience. A lot of it had to do with patience and just slow down, breathe, and just enjoy what you have when you have it, and just relax, right? Don't have to run around with your head cut off like a chicken and try to solve all these problems in one day, because it's not going to happen in one day. The universe doesn't like to work that fast sometimes, right? Especially to someone that's not spiritually grown. to understand that, it's given to you, and what you do with it, is totally your call. The experience. Right? I love all of my experiences. I loved every single one of them when I was, doing my awakening. It was things that were going to be revealed to me sooner or later anyway. Right? I just got in touch with them a little bit faster than I should have. It made a difference. It made a difference in my life as to how I perceived everything and how it was being perceived. Right? There was two different perceptions, and I couldn't figure out which one was the real deal perception. Right? And that's when I got way too deep down that rabbit hole with my meditation and experiences. I jumped out with, things would happen to people that are like masters of yoga and everything that they just are experiencing. And I didn't even move an inch, and I experienced teleportation or moving from one place to another place when I did the clearings on the people's places for them remotely. But then after doing all those remote viewings, I was laid out in my bed for a month and a half. I had no energy left. Absolutely none. I zapped. Just totally zapped. Didn't come out of my bed. Hardly ever ate. When I did, feel like eating, my partner would bring me something to eat, just offer it and say, "You gotta eat." Didn't want to. Didn't want to do a lot of things, but I did them because I had to. And that's where people get, a little lost, because you don't feel like you have to do it, but at the same point, it's unfortunately, have to wait for it to happen. No tower moment should be hitting anybody unknowingly. If you know the tower moment's going to come, you better get the fuck out of the tower before it collapses. Right? Don't stick yourself in and wait for it to pop off, and then, there goes you out the window, and there goes the other person out the window. Have a safe landing. Tower's coming down, regardless of where you are. Where you want to stand, you better make it fast, because the tower's hitting. And make that decision after your spirituality. And there isn't anything I'm saying here. I'm not saying I'm not, knocking religion or spirituality. I'm just saying you need to be in touch with your own personal, core of being, and allow that to be. Right? You have to grow. And regardless of what's on that plate as far as needing to grow and understand, that's where you start getting into the guides and everything to help you understand. Because it's your life, it's your dream, it's your experience. We all are experiencing it. So there's people out here that have the knowledge. I have what works best for me. That I don't really ask for a lot of protection in regards to my spirituality work, and I'm still safe and sound. I'm still not harmed. I make that quite clear with my energies that I'm not here to harm them. I'm not here to cause any problems for them. It's just to use them for information, right? And that's what they do. That's all they do. Provide you with vibration that either feels good, feels bad, like your gut instinct. Just, either it's going to be a good experience or a bad experience. And you have to tune into that. And that's where meditation comes in, because you have to do a body scan every time you go in and do meditation. They expect you to scan your body to find out where, there's a lot of blockage in your, say your legs hurting, and then trying to unblock it while you're meditating, and just doing a full body scan of yourself to see it. And then when you start moving a little bit more advanced, you'll end up actually feeling yourself vibrate. You'll come out of your skin, literally, metaphorically, but literally come out of your own skin, and a whole new person's going to be sitting below with almost like a new memory bank. It's bizarre. It's absolutely bizarre, but some people are like that. They'll forget all the memories, like I had, experiences in my life that were trauma. I worked through them. I don't think about them anymore. I don't even have a way to get back to that memory anymore. You know what I mean? Like, I've canceled that one from my life, and I've grown from it. And I can't even pull myself back to that experience, or to be able to experience anymore once I healed from it. It wasn't there. It just went poof, gone. And I was able to move forward, right? And the lights are flickering, don't ask me why, but whenever I start talking about this, it just feels strange. I am still doing readings, Linda, but I have my last one already booked. I'm done for tonight as far as readings. I got one more to do. And then I'm done. I've been going for like 3.5 hours, and I need to have a rest. I'm starting to feel it. It's starting to hit me. you know, so I just need to like recuperate for a few minutes. And, you know, if you guys really want me to come back after I finish this stream, then you have to let me know before it finishes. You know, otherwise I won't set up a new stream if I don't need to. So if you guys are wanting to be there, you know, so we're going to be here. I can come back. I can do a few more people. I don't mind doing that, but I do need to take like a little breather, a little meditation, 20-minute breather for myself, and then we can continue. All right. So I forget who was last. PG, are you last? Are you still here? How did I not get yours, Rebecca? I thought I already did yours.
Campaign has drawn.
If somebody told me to jump off a cliff, I hope there's like a nice crisp water down there and it's a hell of a hot day for me to want to jump. Cliff diving, no, not my idea of fun, mind you, but, you know, if I had to make a decision if life or death, I would jump. Depending on if I was being chased by a raccoon or a tiger. You know what I mean? Like, would I jump? I probably would. If it meant for me to live my life, I would. I would totally jump. I would totally jump if I had to. If it was life or death, I'm over the cliff. See y'all later. I'll catch up to you, you know, wherever. So yeah. So that's what it comes down to, right? Okay, so I don't know, PG, you're last for this session. I'm going to come back and do another session. It looks like I'm going to have to, just for the sake of you guys being here. So I'm going to actually try to set up a new one. So if you happen to see one that says it's going live again, then by all means, I'll set that up as soon as I get off this stream and do them. So stick around for part 2 of, you know, today's major lessons, major readings. There's a lot of messages, lots and lots of messages that people are just, you know, learning to you know, kind of listen to themselves and, you know, work in that self kind of space, right? So I am going to, if you can, Ashley, actually, I don't even know if you're going to be there for the next stream. Because it is like what time already too? It's like 7:41. I've already been on here for 3.5 hours, but I need to take a break. I'm way past my break time. So yeah, so I think PG was the last one. I still haven't heard an answer yet, but we'll see who's still here. Or will you go ahead with my reading, babe? PG. Shush. Okay, so you're here. So we're going to finish off with that like we have. PG was last on the list. So if, Ashley, you want to start a new one for the next session, that would be kind of cool. That would be cool. All right. Let's see what's in store for PG. I wonder what's in store for you, little monkey. I wonder where you've been hiding. Let's see if the cards will tell us where you've been hiding. Time to find you. We are coming for you. We are coming. Here we come. Get ready. Oh. Wow, holy, the Queen of Wands. Somebody has got your interest and got it fast. Or you just noticed the Queen of... Like, really? Okay. I see how this is. Make me bend over to get them. All right. So I'm going to pull those ones. Okay, but I want to take a peek. Oh, no. Really? But you got to say, at least you didn't get them all inverted. You're losing sleep over the Queen. I'm not sure how to deal with it. You're wanting to be in a partnership, but the partnership isn't being received. But you're going to make an effort towards it. It's been giving you sleepless nights, worrying about this female energy that, is intermingling with you. And you got the Five of Wands. You got the Four of Swords. Let's see if we can get one more card. From Spirit, please. In regards to the connections are revealing themselves slowly. Okay. Wow. So you went from the Queen of Wands to the Two of Swords by the end of the day. So you're looking at options. You are looking at the options available to you. Female formations. These females that you're interested in are all very independent. I'm seeing them as very independent energies for the sake of they don't want to just have, just one. You're trying to choose between these ones that are very strong independently. Will give you a run for your money, I think. I think the person that's just trying to be involved is trying to be that Queen of Wands and offer direction. Maybe the energy of this is, well, whatever her position is towards you. It's kind of, I think that's the one that's doing the decision making for you, and it's been a hard waiting game for you. Like you just don't want to gain any. Don't want to wait anymore. You're bored. You're not sleeping right. This has been one thing on your mind. But you might as well let it go for the time being because I'm not seeing any direction. I see a lot of situations that you should just kind of hang out. Take it for what it is for now. As far as career, I don't see anything in regards. I see it like 3 women actually wanting to have a relationship with you as being more of a priority in this reading. Trying to keep 3 women happy at one time, that's a good job. I pray for you. I hope that you can do it. I wish you all the best. I am just kidding. I'm just wishing you the best as far as the lovers is concerned. There's a lot of battle going on between the 3 of them. Okay, so there's going to be a little conflicts rising, and it might be already started because one's fighting about the other, and the other one's fighting about the other 2, and it's kind of put blinders on, saying I don't want nothing to do with this. But I'm not going to put down my swords because I'm going to defend myself. I don't have to think about this one. Then you got one that's, got a belly, a hell of a belly in the front of her that could be pregnant. Someone that's kind of looking at you, looking a little pregnant there at, kind of the energy. And then the Two of Swords pops out as to being not willing to surrender herself or compromise herself into the relationship. She's seen the other 2. She knows of the other 2. Or she's about to learn. That's why she wants her blinders on. She doesn't want to know. So don't tell her. She don't want to hear it. She's done. Just put her blinders on. Doesn't even see you. You don't exist to her anymore. Then you have one that's looking kind of pregnant here. And there's a 3 of Swords. There's, there's people being deceptive. It could be being deceived. And this person is, pregnant, but is taking things as a stash, like stashing things like money or situations like that. She's definitely making a nest egg for herself. She's creating, for the baby, or if she's even pregnant, as to, this could be the one thing lying on your mind. I don't know. You've got a lot of shit going on. And every time I do a reading for UPG and you ask me the same question, it's not what I would be focusing my whole life entirely on. Okay? You got to start looking and enjoying the experience, not worrying about, the company calling you back. Because you want to put all your energy into that, then by all means go. I'm not saying you can't. But it's up to you how you want it to play out. It's there's a lot of battles going on. Like a lot of internal experiences that you're trying to weave through. I think is what the universe wants you to understand before. It wants you to have some solid foundation building in the end, right? No more wars, no more arguments, no more, having disagreements. You want to be, or this could be your baby's mama. I don't know. I don't see it. Anything career-wise in the cards right now. I don't. Opportunities, yes. Whether they're career opportunities, I don't know. No clarification. Let's get clarification on if there are employment situations that you're. Okay, so what do we got here? We got 3 more cards. Okay. I'll put that back up. Okay, so you have the 5 of Swords. So people are looking at you. What do we got here? So I'm going to move these little guys up here. So the next set of cards is the Ace of Swords in reverse. So the first person that you wanted to connect with is not wanting to connect anymore. It's done. It's surrendered. It's surrendered its energy to you, and do with it what you may or want to experience with this person. So there's still one that's willing to stick by you that could be very beneficial to the outcome. And then you have the Knight of Wands coming in favor of, closure for that you're taking your wand and you're going to go and create something as a knight. You want to have some creation. You want something to move forward with. And you're definitely going to go in and make sure that this person that's denying you, you're going to go and literally bombard them with your standing in it for the sake of you to understand it. So this is like this could be a partnership that is trying to point you in the direction of a best decision, and is going to offer you a vision and an experience, and is sitting at the door that you want to walk through. But the person that's your gatekeeper, or experience-wise, one of your guidance people, are going to be there pointing you in the direction of which way to go. And then you're going to end up with the 2 of Wands in reverse, not finding the balance between the 2 energies, the Pentacles and the Swords. So meaning that you have a better chance with the Pentacle than with battling. Like, you're done with the battle, you've surrendered your energy to the universe or to the air sign that's intermingling with you. Because there's a lot of air energy. It's almost like a gray haze. You know what I mean? Like it's not. You're still pondering life. I don't think you're ever going to stop. But I don't feel that what's going on in your life right now is making it very difficult for you to actually maybe possibly go it and gain employment. There's definitely conflict between the women. That's what I feel, that there's women that want to be with you, and that, definite. So somebody wanting a very troublesome situation to arrive. A mischievous girl there. So that is going to be the downfall. That is going to be your downfall, is that Page of Cups. And then we have the Queen of Cups overlooking the page, making sure that it stays in its own. The Queen is there to watch. She's overwatching. She's watching over that energy that's trying to make a situation all chaotic. It's kind of, the Queen of Cups is sitting there. She's got her eye on the page. What kind of disruption are you going to feel? What kind of disruption is this going to create for you? But just know that the Queen of Wands is overlooking the little page that thinks she's going to get in trouble, or cause a little upheaval in your life. All right, so you've got your keen eyes watching. Your guys are definitely watching on this energy that's trying to manifest negativity. All right, so we've got the 5 of Cups in the Karma card. And we have the Knight of Swords. So everybody's coming out for this. This is a whole coming out party, I swear. Every single person on this coming out is got a piece to say about it. So this could be, a serious situation that you've got yourself into, or that you're not even aware of that's coming. There's a lot of shit coming your way, dude. I don't know what to say. The ones that you want to be in reverse aren't in reverse. The ones that you don't want to be in reverse are. What I should say. You know, Ten of Swords, end of the day. Ten of Swords, and you have the Knights.
And across the field.
You're having the support show up, but you're not making use of them. You're definitely not. You're not liking the transformation that's going to have to come in regards to your experience. But that's your personal transformation that's going to benefit you in the long run. And everybody's telling you to follow your heart, follow what you feel is right to do. You know, if somebody's not making you feel comfortable, doesn't mean that you have to entertain them or their energy anymore. Because you're awesomely waiting. Just be patient. Like, that's the one thing you guys don't do. You're told to do something and you guys don't adhere to it or even give it a chance to do that. Then you're back asking for the same question over and over again. There's nothing showing for that, for a career or anything, but I feel that the ending of it is, but I think there's got to be like a messenger that has to go and take this situation and either go and deal with it. Make sure, ask yourself. Don't take just, last minute decision to go and say, oh yeah, I want to come back to work kind of thing. Either it's going to happen or it's not. But yeah, I know there's a lot of people waiting on a lot of things right now. With that Queen looking over top of the page of Cups. It's going to be a guided one, that's for sure. Well, it's 7:56 here, so it's an hour behind. And I got 4 minutes left, so I'm just going to pull a card for the overall energy for this one. And we're going to see how it's portraying. This is what you guys get to take away from this reading and this session tonight from Spirit is the Death card in reverse, so everything is being placed again on hold. Hell. How did you know hell? You hear that? They said hell. Okay, so this is not going to have to happen. We don't want to see the endings coming. So we're preparing ourselves for this card to come out, though. This card is definitely going to come out into the works of things. And allowing it to have guides to guide it, right? So that's what's in store for you guys. I just no, see, what I was saying was in that reading, it was the divine feminine taking on the divine masculine, like wearing the pants of a divine masculine, and the divine masculine was taking on the role of the divine feminine. So basically it was backwards. When I say feminine, it was masculine, but that was where they were working towards, is the divine female, right? So there's lots of energy being followed that you could end up having a lot of women after you, for the simple sake they could be supports for your experience. It's like going to a massive ball where there's a lot of female people that you haven't interacted with in your life that are going to be of a beneficial move to you. That's why the reversal of the energy has happened, right? In regards to the reading, we had the divine masculine dealing with the divine feminine, right? So it could have been somewhere in there that you might have maybe got a little bit confused. But yeah, no, I wouldn't worry too much about it. It could be, past people in your life coming back. It confuses a lot of people when you start talking about, the divine feminine being divine masculine, and the divine feminine or divine masculine is divine feminine, because they have to get in touch with their internal, being to be complete, right? So, there could be women coming and seeking you for, whatever reason. Doesn't mean, that's why I said it's not a sexual thing that's happening here. This isn't like connecting on a sexual level. I think it's more like an intimate friendship kind of relationship. Not, if I wasn't clear there, I apologize that it wasn't made clear. Okay. All right, so unleashed. Okay, so we're gonna call it unleashed then. Unraveled, unleashed. Spirit has been unleashed. That's what we'll call it.
Or was this the shuffling noise that mentioned?
The shuffling noise that what? The shuffling noise?
Yeah. When you shuffle the cards in one.
Huh?
Shuffling?
I shuffled my cards. Why? Ooh, that's gonna freak me out. I wish I could go back and listen to that.
Legislation on
That's crazy. That is fucking crazy. It said shuffling. Somebody. And I went, huh? I heard it. It was weird. Okay, I'm not gonna shuffle no more. Is that better?
unfortunately.
It is, unfortunately. Alright, well, I will not shuffle again then, my energies. Yeah, it's time to peace out. Result. What end result were you looking for? I wasn't looking for any results. It's not my place to be looking for results. It's to be providing the result. What result did you end up with? That's weird. Ride? Ride where? Alcohol. Oh, you want me to go for a ride and get alcohol? No thanks. I don't go out at night. What are you talking about?
Over his force law. No man who.
Like the sunshine.
Alcohol. Or if somebody wants alcohol there, you better go get it because the liquor store's closing. But yeah. See, I wanted to finish at 3 and now it's 3:44 now. Like, I'm never getting out of here. Never. Unless I do it, now. Might be a good time here. So, look for the next part 2. We'll call it Spirit Unleashed. See if it relates to you. See if this unleashing of spirit is your spirit energy. Okay, so that's what pout. A lot of people are going to pout now. I'll be back. Promise. Okay? You have brownie's honor. Like the Hierophant, right? I'll just sit there with my finger of blessing and, keep it moving. All right, so I'll see you guys in part 2. Unleashed. We'll check back in 30. Bye.